for the link around. Okay, boop there. Here. Here. Summoning my watchers. Bring the watchers, get yourself, get your asses over here. Okay, boop. Boop. Okay. Scroll down, hit SB as well while I'm at it. Should already be posted onto the Xehanorted site if I did everything properly on that front, so I just need to drop the blue skies and we were gonna get this party going. Blue sky, load. This motherfucker looks like a Raiden got a cousin with a gun. I mean, it's true that he does look like that. It's a very cool design. Anyways, just give me a second to finish throwing the link around and fighting my fucking, you know how it is. Oop. Repost the load Xehanorted bird site, load you a cursed website. Okay. Yeah, he does look like that.
I have plenty of time.
Watanabe is also, if I remember correctly, the tallest character in the game. Well, tallest playable character, I mean.
You can go.
Just scroll down. Fire. Watanabe Epitaph. Look at how tall this man is. He's so tall, he's so tall, the top of his head touches the UI. When he moves his head, it covers the UI. He is so fucking tall. Is that cape made of belts? Shit, you're right. Nomura! Shakes hands cutely. Nomura! More seriously, I think it's supposed to be like the same kind of cape thing they were going with by left in a Fire Emblem. Anyways, because he's got a cutlass and he shoots people with a double barrel shotgun, he's got a funny haha pirate themed skin. Unfortunately, it does not give this man an eye patch because he already fucking has one. It's ironic. It is dope. It is dope. It is really fucking cool. It is 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. Would use this arm to beat God to death. My one complaint is very simple. Not a lady. Yeah, very good design. Kuroi does a lot of good work when it comes to character designs in their games, and Watanabe's new design is just par excellence. Hey, Assist, glad you can make it. I was just showing off Watanabe's dwarf. Pouts cutely at the chat. Anyways, let's see. Yeah. Do the dailies, finish up the weeklies, and then we progress to the main storyline. You guys know how it goes at this point. Actually, is there an event going on? I think there might technically be an event going on. We might poke that with a stick and see what that does first after we do the weeklies. Okay, boop boop boop. Come on, load. I pout at you. I pout at you all. I pout at you all with big pouty lips. Anyways, challenge. Okay.
Yes.
New goal, beat the fuck out of everyone. My one complaint with Luna's boss design, my one complaint with it, is that the gas mask looks off. That's my one complaint with her boss design. If they had made it like just white, it would have fit in perfectly. As is, just looks a little bit off. Okay. Shoot, 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 shooter, 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 shooter. Okay. Okay, dodge that. Hyper Matrix. Okay. No slapping me. That is illegal. Anyways, eat the big shot. Hiya, Kare. Glad you can make it. Help, dodge. Lee, sniper from off screen. Thank you. Eat chainsaw. Eat pile driver. Eat more bullets. Die. Ow.
I can handle this. Hardship has been destroyed in the burning flames.
Please kill, please kill, please kill, please kill, please kill, please kill. Shit, she's alive. Okay, I think I got her. Yep, got her. There we go.
Now's not the time to relax yet, Commandant.
I know, Lee, I know. We still gotta beat her ass one more time. But yeah, hello, Kara. I'm just doing my weeklies real quick before we start progressing the main storyline and all that. First, just beating this boss and another time, then beating the next two bosses in this weekly 2 times, and then we'll be good. I might have forgot to do my last round of this weekly yesterday to make sure I just had the do free fight instead of 6. Oops. God damn it! I wish you had gone for the yellow one there. Fucking crumbled at the control. At the dodge that. Shooter, 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 shooter. Shooter. Cast gun 500 times. Cast gun 500 times. Cast gun 500 times. Okay. Big shot straight to the face. Nanomek chainsaw. Okay, come on, come on. Come on, Lee. Keep blowing her up. I really need to get his 6-star weapon. I really need to get his... Thank you. Shit!
This is not over yet. Hardship has been destroyed in the burning flames.
Okay, that wasn't good. Liv took a lot of damage, which is bad considering he's my healer and it's... Come on. Come on. Fuck! Okay. Okay, let's retry, because I cannot afford to have a member of my team die. Lamauda's team is built on synergizing with combo attack nonsense. I cannot afford to have someone die. So I need to get good. There we go. Shit, dodge her attack, come on. Can you give me... Ah, for fuck's sake, game. Okay. That's how you want to roll?
Leave it to me.
No way out. Time is under my control.
It's only once he has the gas mask on that he really looks inhuman.
No way out. Your chance
Judgment cut.
has been reduced to 0.
Another little guy punches the face.
The end
Lee casts big shot, everyone else combo attacks in. Nanamek. Eh. God damn it. Fucking. Eh. I fucking. I really.
Hardship has been
Keep
destroyed by
comboing.
burning flames.
Come on.
Has been reborn in the
Okay.
no way out. Don't think you can escape my sight. No way out. Time is under my control.
Leave it to me.
No way out. Your chance of survival has been reduced to 0. Don't just cease your
Die, come on, 8 bars. Almost there. Nice try, Luna. Die! Shit, pile driver, pile driver, pile driver. Okay, almost, come on. Liv, finish the job with laser beams. Ah, there we go.
Rest.
I forgot how hectic fighting Luna could be because half of her attacks come out of the floor, which can make dodging them a bit of a pain with all the visual stuff going around. Where next up is a doll fucker, which means you're grabbing a Heya. We're going to be freezing this bastard to the ground. We're going to be wanting to dodge immediately because it opens the fight with a lunge. Okay, didn't Matrix it?
Colors.
Do not get comboed. Stop getting comboed. You are legally not allowed to get comboed.
Behold, a world of imagination. A enchantment is ready. Ideas of the future in these new
I wasn't talking to you, Dwarf, for not beating the shit out of you.
Your orders, please.
Stab, catch this to the face. Lucia, please just thank you for getting rid of another bar. 2 bars.
The true
Combo, just punch a little bit more. Eh. Come on. Come on. Do a funny. $16 bars. 13 bars. Eh.
The true comes with the false.
Combo attack. The fuck out of this asshole.
The form of the form.
Ultimate. Ah, goddammit, he dodged the Muna.
The form of the formless. The style of the stylist.
Yeah, PGR's combat visuals can get a little bit intense when everything's going full power. There's a reason my main team, which I haven't used yet in this run, I'll show them off in a little bit, doesn't have as much visual effects going on. It is in fact so I can see what the fuck I'm doing. It's this team, by the way. The most visual effects come out of this gal, and even then compared to some characters, she doesn't throw around a lot. Anyways, let's get going. But yeah. Very flashy, very Good, very anime combat. Combat. Matrix this. Stab this asshole like 5 times. Wrong button. Ouch.
Your orders, please.
Wait, why did they get...
Raven Flash. Extra defeat. Extra defeat. Be my blade.
It doesn't read as insectoid to me. It reads like, how do I put this?
All I have.
It reads as a fucked up maid to me, to be honest. That's what it reads as. More like a legs. Yet, yes, she has legs. I need to focus. I need to focus and not get my butt kicked. Give me a second. Wait. Okay, come on. Stop doing damage. You're legally not allowed to do damage. Explode, explode, explode. Well, don't worry. She's about to be dead. I'm killing her pretty quickly. 15 bars. 13 bars. This asshole. Just shred the ice to their defeat defense. Matrix that. Asshole, you're not allowed to damage me. It says here right here, you're legally not allowed to damage me. See ya, finish the job.
Your orders, please.
There we go. Target eliminated.
If only this were the last, Commandant.
Okay, now we don't need to deal with the fucked up maid. Who's next in the PPC? Okay, it's you. Time to get the fissy.
I'm the leader?
Yes. Okay. Hello, card trick Mary Poppins, bitch. Let's dance.
The Fantasia begins.
Also, the answer to that question is yes, Dwarf. The answer to that question is yes. She also tries to kill us with card tricks. She's very good at killing us with card tricks, by the way.
What kind of chords do you like?
She is very tall. Hurricane to the face! Karina, bonk.
Resistance is futile.
She's in fact an enemy, she's an ascendant, and she's one of Vonnegut fuckers. We just haven't run into her yet in the main storyline.
What are you looking at?
I believe she's the chapter boss, the chapter that our Alpha's and Crimson Weave frame is featured in.
Everything's the Fantasia begins.
God damn it, wrong orb. It's fine, ultimate. Die, 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 die. Get stabbed like 500 times.
Appreciating the cadenza. What kind of chords do you like? Get out of here!
To the bottom of the sea! Stop bonking with that fucking umbrella.
Resistance is futile.
Bonk it. I'll bonk you right back. Hammer to the forehead 500 times. Fortunately for you, Corona has a shield so your attacks don't do shit. Eh.
Watch out!
Stop. Big bonk. Fuck you.
I'll smash you all into pieces! Everything's ready. The overture begins.
Do I have the good attack?
Time for a...
No, I don't.
I'm up my way.
Die, 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 die. You know, I'm pretty sure Lilith has a lot of art acts. I need to double check.
Cadenza. Get out of my sight!
Okay, there we go.
It's finally over.
It is indeed very, very nervous, fishy. No, we have to drown her one more time, chat. We have to drown her one more time to complete the weekly. Clicks buttons. Mouse, stop turning off. Eh. Mouse, stop doing. Mouse, give me a second. I am fighting my mouse. Why is it throwing my chat into OBS? Give me a second. It would not be a coast stream without scuff. You know, I'm pretty sure Level has a lot of art for obvious reasons. Very obvious reasons. Anyways, just kick her ass one more time. We finish the weekly. Ow. Rude.
Next is development. The Fantasia begins. All of you fighting for real?
Yes, we are. Ah.
What kind of chorus do you like? Yeah, like boom! Quiet! Get out of here! Die!
You do not have privileges to have health bars, Lilith. Please stand still and die.
I'll knock you lowly scums away!
Bonk, 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 bonk. No comboing, this is a combo-free zone. Only I'm allowed to combo you. Get countered. No, get back here. I didn't give you permission to run. I didn't hear no bell.
What are you looking at? I'll smash you all into pieces! Next is the my way.
Get stabbed like 5 times. I cannot see where I'm going. This is fine. She's getting stabbed a bunch.
For appreciating the cadenza. What kind of chorus? Yeah, like
21 bars. That's too high. Let's fix that.
it hurts. Get out of here! Die!
Hello, Nova Topaz. Give me a second since I
Out of the
I am in the middle of something I don't do. Pause. So no, it's been ages since I've used my account. Lol. Let it. Get back into PGR. It's good. It's very good. Get back into it. Anyways, fix my chat. There, chat.
It hurts.
Come on, Corona. There we go. Matrix, so I can bonk the shit out of this lady. Counter that. Yeah, hey Nova, welcome to the stream. Keep countering that. Just keep deleting her health bar. Just keep deleting her health bar, Corona. You're doing great.
Hey, watch out!
Eh.
What are you
Ultimate
looking
to the
at?
face.
I'll smash you all into pieces! Everything is time for a minuet. My way.
Almost dead.
Thank you for appreciating the cadenza.
Ah, Twitch. Also understandable. Twitch has been a bit. Twitch has had a couple last fucky years lately.
Like boom!
Eh. No hurting, fishy. mouse. There we go. Give me a second, my mouse was rebelling for a second there, I had to fix that.
Get out of my sight!
And Corona wins with a hammer to the face 500 times in a row.
It's no big
Never
deal.
fails.
Crazy.
Okay, that's the weekly completed, I believe. Boop. 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 Press shiny button, get shiny loot. I've done the war. Twitch isn't real. We're all clips. And I don't think you're all clips. If you're all clips, things would be a lot more interesting IRL. Like, a lot more interesting. Oaks Warzone. Okay, have I beaten this shit? Yes, I've beaten this shit. Okay. Have I bought shit from the shop here? Can't afford the thing I want yet. Okay. Next week, then. Okay, first, what is this? Remote connection established. Please want to hear me. Commandant. This is a chaotic constant space. Space levels from shallow to deep here. Is this a dungeon crawling mode? Is this a dungeon crawling mode? Okay. Charge level consists of multiple stable zone. You must take a Okay, no, it's an enemy gauntlet. Okay. Okay, what are we doing with? We got, that's fucking rude. Blah, blah, blah. How long is this gonna be here? 23 days. What's the shop? Collection ring. I don't know. Okay, so this is for buffing stuff. Okay, so this is for buffing units here, which if they think that's needed, that's going to be a bad sign. I think this is the store. Trade vouchers, 6-star memory shards, these are pretty useful. Construct, okay, currency. Skin for common, just make him a fucking demon king. Currency for less. Okay, so this is a fucking hole. I mean, Kamu's an edgy ass person, so it fits. Like, it really does fit. You do not want me to clip. I don't want anyone to be, as my chat, to be a clips. Clips have, it sucks being a clip. I wouldn't inflict any of that on you. Okay, we'll try one mission, see how it goes. Auto preparation. Bring in the squad.
How it's done.
Time for violence.
Follow orders and bring light to darkness.
Alright, well, give controller. There we go, had the fixed controller. Right, before I forget, Escape and Run stream has not been uploaded to my YouTube channel yet. I do have it saved in case I don't manage to get that done before tomorrow. That's mostly just because I still need to edit it and put it back together, and controller, stop pulling this shit. Controller, stop pulling this shit. Give me a second, I'm fighting my controller. There we go.
Restoring order. Stop your veil of ignorance. Tell me your target. Look into my eyes and lose yourself in the abyss. I will spearhead this battle. Whoever you are, come at me.
There we go. That was quick and efficient murder. Physical team killed everything with one rotation. Give Viridis Overclock 2. Character exclusive and core sniping form every lighting arrow deals damage one extra time. 20 Okay, that's actually going to be Anchor Strength. I don't think I have Veritas. What does this do? More skills, more orbs. Got it. Current floor. Add-on units. Click. Ah, I see, I see. Okay, okay. Okay, basically Battle Network bullshit. I get how these work. Alpha, I want you to stab things more. What is her recommend? No, 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 do not do that. Okay, so this looks like it's going to take fucking forever. Okay, so there's 3 kilometer, 5 kilometer, 5 plus. How fucking long is this going to be, anyways? But yeah, no, clips would not do good things to reality. Ergo, I don't want any of you to be clips. But yeah, what the fuck is Prime Sequence? Probably the Super Boss mode. Oh fuck, this is gonna take forever. Oh, this is gonna take forever. Oh, this is gonna take fucking forever, Lamau. Okay, so what do we have? We have a sensing layer, sympathetic layer, inertial layer, subconscious layer, ego layer, and then finally at the very fucking bottom, true layer. You are very good at what you do, Waldorf. Yeah, there's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 layers. Assuming there's 10 on each, that's a 60 fucking mission. And each one's going to be harder than the last. Ergo, I'm going to say I'm going to be sticking a pin in this. I'm going to be devoting an entire stream to conquering that. If I decide to do that on stream. Now, where were we in the main? Oh. Did I finish this? Yes. Did I finish this? Yeah. Oh, I forgot to grab a shiny. Okay, so that leaves only one thing left to do. Are you guys ready for the next chapter of the main storyline? Cause yeah, like it's fucking recent. I'm doing that next stream. Wrong button. But yeah, signees are important. So let me just point something out. This chapter has a non-standard formatting. It is the last chapter in Disaster. Friendly reminder, the last time we had a finale chapter with a weird-ass formatting was back in Vortex with Fake Ascension. If you've been watching me for a while, you know how much of a roller coaster that was. And considering what we left off on, with a Evernight beat with the hetero twins being born to the world, I think things are going to get a... How many chapters are in this? 50 fucking 1? Okay, so 45. Okay, so surviving Lucem might take multiple streams. Correction, it's probably going to take multiple streams. Shunkin and Scarlet, Warzone map. Clear main stage 7-0. Give me a second. I'm going to grab a coffee shop. Seven -0, Nightmare of the World. Go. Okay. So where we last left off in the main storyline was Grey Raven, everyone else, Vanessa, Simon, all of them, and their constructs, everyone. Barely got out of the forest alive. We were half tired, half dead from exhaustion, waiting for our goddamn ship to get down there. We'd managed to damage the big fucking Hive monster, but not enough, and the things it was carrying were born. The hetero twins, the unidentified twins, whatever the fuck they're called. Who, from what I've been able to see so far, are effectively the hetero creature counterparts to Ascendants, at least. They were the first unwinnable boss fight in the game. They were the first unwinnable boss fights in the game. We were not meant to beat them. Grey Raven canonically got the shit beaten out of them. And it was down to Liv pulling a fucking heroic sacrifice. I'm pretty sure she survived at a cost, but still. In order to make it so anyone was able to get the fuck out of there. However, while the twins might have eaten a giant fucking laser from the sky, it turns out the fuckers respawn. So things are going to get very, very interesting. 17-0, Nightmare of the World. We are forced to step into the eternal night of death, with different languages and bodies, roar as one in the afterburn of dawn. It's just going to be emotionally draining. Considers what I know. Probably. The coast is probably going to be very easy after this. Give me a sec, I'm moving the chat out of the way, the visuals, give me a second. Let me move you guys down here. Probably going to be a bit... it should be fine, it should be fine. I think it's going to be roughly as bad as Fake Ascension. As False Ascension was. Some people say that life is born from a mother's suffering, then grows up in the accompaniment of torture and is extinguished in sorrow. You simply cannot grow up without sorrow, because the gifts of faith are hidden on both sides of the road of suffering. If you wish to receive such gifts, you must first step onto this road. Alas, this is only what some people say. If you were a baby about to be born, or someone on the verge of death, faced with what was to come, or back turned to what had already transpired, what would fill the depths of your heart? Excitement or fear? As the person never to speak. I don't think that's what they mean by that. I don't think that's what they mean by that, Dwarf. If you could start over, would you choose this life? Yeah, it is waxing philosophical, which you know is a bad sign. What, is this your first time meeting a stranger who wants a conversation for no reason? No, I've never thought about that. I'm just saying you look like someone who thinks about that. So, I hope you will not regret this decision. Who the fuck was that? You will regret this. 6:20 p.m. The last transport craft UFO for rescue mission crashes and causes a massive explosion. A horde of hetero creatures rushes out from the dense smoke, declaring their victory and humanity's loss of air superiority. The wilderness flees help. A survivor drags his broken leg as he struggles to escape their capture. Are you nuts? You shouldn't have come here to rescue people! Save your breath and pick up the pace. Tuffy is being verbally harsh. He does stop for a while to let his companion catch up and seize the chance to fire bullets at the hetero creatures coming from the sky. It's been over a month since the disaster that happened in the Peculiar Forest Park ruins. The humans trapped on the surface still have to rely on this method to survive. If it was God, I'm going to take my service pistol and I'm going to unload it and I'm going to hit the spicy bullets. The escape plan you proposed is crazy. There's almost no chance for us to. He seems to sulk as he talks to Lee while trembling. Letting Lucia use that external thruster to take care of the paratroopers. This is just. He gets interrupted by a beep from Lee's terminal. But Lee doesn't look down to check that device. Instead, he remains vigilant and continues on down the hetero creatures that try to get close. Lucia has found a transport vehicle. She's on her way here. How do you know? You don't even look at it. What if it's a distress signal? She's the captain of Grey Raven. Forget it. After all, if she could survive a battle like that. Alright, then let's proceed on. Where's our rendezvous with her? He sighs and appears to relax ever so slightly. Lee doesn't answer. He focuses his attention on the header creatures flying in the sky and continues in the same direction. We need to get them off our tails before we enter the conservation area. They're still coming this way? Of course. You really shouldn't just go charging into the crash site to save people. Notice batches on the transport crafts are going straight for you. You're the reinforcement sent by Babylonia. You're our comrades. He sighs helplessly for having to state the obvious. These were Lucia's exact words. If our commandant was still consciousness, the same would surely be said. Oh, so am I in a fucking coma? God fucking damn it. So, I won't leave you behind either. But I heard there aren't enough medical supplies to treat all the wounded in the conservation area. Before we set out, we already prepared to sacrifice ourselves and recall. You mean die? Because we both know that doesn't fucking work. Lee stops talking, lets his companion lean on him, and makes haste. If we spend too many medical supplies, eventually most slightly injured people won't be able to recover. The rescue falters, more people would die on the battlefield. We didn't come all this way from Babylonia, just to be a liability for bases here on the surface. That's not for you to worry about. We will take you and the other casualty Lucia brought back to the conservation area for a professional evaluation to assess the necessary provisions. You mean that other member of Grey Raven? Liv, she didn't come here with you? She is staying in the conservation area to help tend to the wounded. She's the only qualified medic there now. We weren't able to get a lot of supplies, but we'll at least be able to hold out for a few more days. And so continues the trend of the punishing Grey Raven commenting, getting the shit beaten out of them. Like, Lee's growing! He is, I'm proud of him. I'm proud of our Reggie boy. I'm proud of him, I want to head pat him. But yes, the Grey Raven comment really gets the shit beaten out of him. Like, very first chapter, during the prologue, what happens when we get stabbed by Alpha? We get stabbed by Alpha. Like, we get like just fucking stabbed by Alpha, just fucking stabs us and fucks off. We get shot at, we get beaten up, next really noticeable incident is during the fake summer episode when Gabriel tries to fucking choke us to death. Definitely for Vera to fucking throw C4 at his face. While he was still holding us, I might add. Then we plugged our brain to Luna's and almost went crazy. Then we almost got blown up when the polyphage died. Then we almost got eaten by the red tide a couple times. Really, it's a fucking wonder I'm still fucking alive in universe with how many times I get the shit beaten out of me. We weren't able to get a lot of supplies, but we'll at least be able to hold out for a few more days. Had we not saved you, we wouldn't have gotten the supplies secured. People in the conservation area are still waiting for good news from Babylonian reinforcements. Not to mention, saving lives is something that requires hesitation. But our surface reinforcement plan has failed once again. The list of fallen constructs since the Battle of Puglia Forest Park. Ruins till date is hereby disclosed by popular demand. Tale of disaster with the flesh and points to ways to hive mother they see the future. Personally, kind of sacrifice. Okay. Oh, that's a lot. Oh, that's a, okay. Is there anyone we recognize? Noah. That's going to be important later. I said it was the fakes. I said it was a fake summer episode. I said it was a fake summer episode. Okay, looks like Isaac Clarke is dead. Oops, Sora's gone. Percy. That can't be right. I'm not dead. I'm not a construct. That's a lot. prologue of our nightmare finally concludes the cry of the hetero hive member echoed through the Puglia Forest Park ruins. The explosion blew the highly concentrated punishing virus from the mother everywhere, covering the entire park in ashes of death. 439 constructs are still missing today. Oh, there's more! When the magnificent light from the Longinus arsenal finally dissipated, only the charred remains of the hive mother and all those hetero sapiens lurking in the forest were left. But the punishing virus didn't just disappear like that, and the great flames didn't stop the violent hetero creatures and hetero sapiens from running rampant. Dedicated to those who sacrificed their lives in the Battle of Puglia Forest Park ruins. Commandant Hands, City 041 Conservation Area staff, Marshall, Mole, Anderson, Adams, House. In a total of 27 stranded 7 personnel within 55 kilometers of CPF 040. Stranded personnel outside Puglia Forest Park ruins are not calculated. The CPF destroyed the tower no longer purified the air with the punishing virus, and those things took to the air, fanning the flames of an already dire situation. Calamity spread like wildfire, and the virus filled the air. To restore life on Earth, we hope the tragedy of the Great Evacuation won't happen a second time. We shall exhaust all our manpower and transportation capacity to get the victims of disaster to a safe area further away from here. The Babylonian citizens have cast their votes. We decided to go through with this decision. Time is of the essence if we are to save lives. Strikehawk and Cerberus will lead this rescue operation and deal with the hostile hetero creatures coming from the sky. Move out, team. The first few rescue operations went well. Most Babylonian citizens didn't expect they would have so many strangers here, but quite some lucky ones made it to this place safely. However, calamity ensued shortly afterward. We failed. Many teams reported this last month that they saw some hetero creatures with wings that learned how to fly with the help of the highly concentrated punishing virus. Now those things swarmed together and attacked our transport craft. This was our last mission report. We lost contact with the elite squad on the other craft. When residents of Babylonia finally decide to cast their worries and accept life on the ground, the sky isn't safe anymore. The path is cut off. Where can people run to? There's no way back now. If they request backup, they'll only repeat our mistake. The elite team trapped on the surface volunteers to protect the conservation area and hunt down the hetero creatures and hetero sapiens. It's using the term in the chemical format. As in hetero, as in like same stuff. They're made up of the same stuff, as in they're just masses of punishing virus mimicking organic matter. Boss, I've dealt with the areas I was asked to clean up. Hey, Noctis. But look at this. Noctis furrows his brows in the mission recording and points to the red tide behind him. Hetero creatures are coming back to life in their aging red tide. Oh, are they fucking reviving from it? Then we'll vaporize the red tide too. The three figures in the recording raise their weapons to approach the tide. However, another signal stops their tracks. This notification is for all task force members. Judging by the data we've collected, the red tide shows no signs of stopping. Even if we make the red tide evaporate, the punishing virus will remain in the air. When a punishing virus strikes again and corrupts human bodies, the festering flesh will converge and form a new red tide, similar to the liquids those hetero sapiens secrete. Oh, fuck, that's not good. Oh, that's really bad. So, okay, so goodbye to getting rid of the red tide as long as you're still living things on the surface then. Be careful not to let the red tide converge, otherwise we'll have another disaster on our hands. But no need to waste time on tributaries that haven't converged yet. These will still continue to generate so long as the casualties in the presence of the virus. Asimov, do you think we're cleaning the red tide or the dead that become part of it? No one can answer this question. This disaster is dragging us slowly into hell. No place to hide, no path to flee. After the fire in the ruins went out, hordes of hetero creatures emerged worldwide. Overwhelming and unstoppable, they slaughter all living beings that stand in their way. Under cascading death, the harm caused by the unidentified twins themselves is actually negligible. A tide of hetero creatures wanders aimlessly through the wilderness, spreading footprints of grief and death through this rotten land. The twins, left among the ashes, walk towards the west coast, robbing language and knowledge from dead humans and constructs along the way. Oh, they're heading towards the fucking ocean. That's not good. Red tide plus ocean equals oh shit. After arriving at the west coast, instead of crossing the sea, they continued to move northward along the coast. They joined the barrage of hetero creatures in the battle against humans and constructs stationed in the defense zone, resulting in the destruction of the conservation areas in 37 cities and leaving no survivors. When the garrison sensed there was no choice of victory, they had no choice but to resort to avoidance tactics, predicting their action trajectory and withdrawing in advance. These predictions are not always accurate. The enemy sometimes acts separately or stays in the same area for a long period of time. Are we going full zombie apocalypse? I think the most accurate thing I can use to explain to how fucked the planet is right now is, Day 1 Draco. Day 1 of my Draco game when the star just burst out of the planet and go, "Hello, motherfuckers, I'm blocking off the sky, eat shit." Most of the time, the twins in the barrage of hetero creatures explore one city for up to 3 days before proceeding to the next. In order to avoid getting ravaged and devastated by the approaching barrage, residents from adjacent cities flee in advance. Residents couldn't flee in time, they had no choice but to leave their future up to fate to decide. If the people choose to leave early because of fear, they will fall into the dilemma of competing for resources with residents of other cities. These hetero creatures are barrage in every sense of the word, bringing death to the land wherever they enjoy. Under such a catastrophe, only one conservation area with the twins passed managed to survive. Only by retreating underground had they not drawn the twins' attention. However, when the garrison in the next area attempted to adopt this tactic, they were instead burned to death underground. These creatures grow in wisdom and learn how to use tools, evolving little by little. However, no one can make a conclusive decision as whether they have feelings and temperament in the biological sense. Just as humans treat vegetation, they regard humans as a natural resource here on Earth. To pick up lone humans like cherishing the seeds and return them to the crowd. Although these humans would die of severe infection after coming into contact with the punishing virus, some people had witnessed the twins' harmless appearance. Like appreciating flowers, the twins also insert their damaged and broken constructs into the dense red tide, tell them with their chilling voices to become whole again. Before they truly understand feelings of benevolence, the humans cannot rely on communication. They can only escape the twins' tracks before being plundered. At first, in order to avoid the high concentration of the virus on the surface, people planned to move towards the ARU, but these creatures began to venture northward. The barrage of the twins and the migrating hetero creatures bringing danger to the northwest, people turned to the southeast for refuge. With surface buildings in the conservation area lacking airtight ventilation, CPS can no longer ensure safety in such a high concentration of the virus. Most humans live in the enclosed basements of the conservation area, leaving the resource collection and rescue operations to the constructs. Even if scavengers are fitted with full sets of protective suits, their movements are still hindered by the threats of hetero creatures. When all the land outside the conservation area has become entrenched with hidden dangers, supply consumption becomes a new problem. People are in urgent need of resources and rescue. Transport crafts originally used for rescue, only entering the fuel time and time again. We are forced to step into the eternal light of death. Different languages and bodies roar as one into the afterbirth dawn, in order to retain the few motes of light that remain in this darkness. Total Annihilation, Chapter 17, Start. 17.1, pouring rain. Thanks. Looks down. Oh, for fuck's sakes, biology. I will be right back. I need to use the ladies' room. I apologize. I am back. I am back. Okay, let's get back to the gameplay. Boop. Pouring rain. Babylonia, 9:30 p.m. The gold lights once again illuminate the symbols of the five powers. The gloomy space masks the anxious expressions of each council member, allowing the hall to maintain solemnity and unity in the face of the camera. In silence, the light representing the will of the people appears on screen as arranged. Seeing that everything is ready, Hassan rises and announces the commencement of the meeting. I'm sure everyone already knows the topic of this meeting. During our last meeting, the overwhelming majority voted in favor of escorting all refugees who consent back to Babylonia. There go, my thing was off. Do I need to move my... Oh, fine. Just lean back a little bit. Actually, instead I'll just do something on. Shrink the coach. There we go, shrink the coast. Look at this. Shrink and move the coast like so. The five powers are the various bits and bobs of the Babylonia's government. We got the control core right there. There's the science council. Look. I can't fucking remember all of them off the top of my head. I know what some of them are. Control Corp, Science Council. I think the Parliament itself counts as one. Department of Justice. These days we have made considerable sacrifices. We have not achieved the corresponding results. He raises his hand and leads everyone's eye to the light of the hollow screen in front of him, which shows the group of rosters in the graphic green data indicating a downward trend. 3 hours have passed since our last failed rescue attempt. After the Puglia Forest Park disaster, Babylonia dispatched 765 transfer crafts over 374 rescue attempts onto the surface. On day 1 of the disaster, we received 587 refugees lost 13 aircraft and 21 pilots and crew perished. On day 2, 493 refugees were rescued with 11 severe injuries, 42 minor, 27 aircraft were lost, and 36 pilots and crew perished. Day 3, 270 refugees rescued, of which 21 were severely injured and 7 dead on arrival at Babylonia. 53 aircraft lost, 71 pilots and crew members dead. In order to increase the success of these rescue operations, we dispatched Cerberus, Noxtus, 21, Farah, and Strikehawk, Kame, Wansi. Fuck, what? Brain, why are you forgetting his name? Chrome. Fuck, okay, there we go. These elite squads have been able to protect most of the crew during ambushes. However, the hetero creatures are becoming increasingly relentless. Even our elite forces are struggling to prevent losses during air transit. The line graph continues to sink from the cameras to the lowest point of the dataset. As shown in the figure, the success rate of our rescue operations continues to decline with each passing day. We have tried various tactics and even resorted to autonomous rescue pods, but there is no obvious change. They are in a state of insurrection and will attack everything within range. According to our latest statistics, our success rate has fallen below 3.12% for the last 12 consecutive days. The cost of these rescue operations from construction materials and transportation continues to escalate. Without an intact transport craft, the elite teams currently stranded on the surface are unable to return to Babylonia. No. We know they have ground-to-air shit and fighter jets and shit. We used a fighter jet back during the correction. They used to have them. The hetero creatures ate all that shit. We used to have that kind of thing, as seen by the fact we used a fighter jet to go blow the fuck out of the hetero core all the way back when that was a thing. But the hetero creatures are just chewing for Babylonia's air force at this rate. A red line indicating an upward trend is overlaid on the green chart, creating an exaggerated X shape. Xehanort! As for whether to continue these rescue operations, I believe you have already collected votes prior to this meeting. Yes, Mr. President. According to the votes, 57% of the public believe the number of casualties far exceeds the number of these rescues. These meaningless operations should cease immediately. Lower than anticipated disapproval rate caught many of the council members' attention, causing everyone to begin whispering in the shadows. Only 57%? I assumed the disapproval rate would be closer to 100% given our losses. Remaining 43% of the voters believe we should continue these operations, or at least return the elite squads back to Babylonia. The problem with setting up the air defense network is very simple. The fuckers are everywhere. The fuckers are everywhere. The fuckers are everywhere. Are spawning when people die, are spawning when they kill things. And if you have too much stuff in the area, it's going to draw the attention of the wandering super bosses, at which point that facility is on a fucking timeline until the winds roll up and level the place. Guess I'll simulate both scenarios. Guess what, by the way, is Babylonia's super AI. For those who forgot, they can do a whole lot of bullshit. Including thinker bullshit like they're a fucking worm shard. With the current tactics, the success rate will result in an asymptote of 0 or a negative number. Reducing the common effectiveness of elite squads, no direct engagement with the twins results in a 97.1% survival rate on the surface. Then it's decided, given these statistics, we will suspend surface rescue operations and prioritize necessary logistics for Babylonia. That being said, we will not abandon our comrades stranded on Earth. Parliament will order the task force to modify its tactics as soon as possible to improve the success rate and make a second rescue attempt. Flak is good. I think the problem isn't that Babylonia and its forces are incompetent. The problem is, for every dude they have, the virus has like 100 dudes. And the virus's dudes aren't worse. Worse, on top of the environmental factors, on top of the twins, on top of the air. Basically, what I'm trying to say is, I don't think they're incompetent. I think they're just fucking outgunned and trying their best. Yeah, it's that the creatures have gotten very good. The meeting adjourned, Hassan joined his office by an expected guest here to discuss an expected topic. I noticed this problem too. Compared to researching how to change rescue tactics, Kurno will be more inclined toward a full evacuation. They garnered less support than expected this time. That's good news. This also means your desire to make a second rescue attempt didn't fall on deaf ears. Wait, do you mean so as in Kurno wants to save everyone on the surface, or Kurno wants to leave Earth behind? After a moment of contemplation, Hassan raised his hand again and projects a video recording onto the screen. Have you seen this? Lucia, Captain at Grey Raven, issuing a mission report to HQ. We have successfully cleared the hetero creatures from the Pulia Forest Park ruins and have fully evacuated outside the corruption zone. There's a high-level punching concentration here due to the large presence of hetero creatures. According to the information we've received, the surrounding areas are the same except in the directions leading to the area. However, we are unable to escort this many refugees by foot, nor does the area have enough supplies to sustain such a high influx of refugees. After we confirm that the twins headed towards the west coast, troops of Commandant and 67 humans to the basement city of Freeze conservation area. We have enough supplies here to sustain us for 15 days, requesting immediate aid. T-Cell is still missing in action. Commandant Vanessa and Mamita from Egret are with us as well. They suffered some injury, but are no longer in critical condition after being treated by Liv. She pauses for a second. As for Commandant Arcos, we just rendezvoused with Liv. She's more qualified to issue a report. She points her terminal at Liv. Fortunately, the Commandant's The comet's abdominal wound didn't affect any vital organs. However, during the evacuation, she suffered a severe head injury, leading to brain trauma and subdural hematoma. After we moved to the conservation area on Studio 4-3, we used the medical facilities here to form a contonomy on the comet and remove the hematoma. While we were searching for a conservation area to operate in, we were delayed after being attacked by a barrage of predator creatures, and now the situation isn't looking good. The comet is in a coma and battling an infection. Medical equipment here is less than ideal, and most of the medical supplies have been taken away. If this continues, the comet may face septic shock. Hopefully, we can bring the comet back to Babylonia for treatment, but based on the current safety concerns in transit, I'm afraid that even if we make it back, turbulence will only cause secondary injuries to the comet. How are you alive? Built different. Built different. Built different. I had. They took it out. They got rid of it. Live fix that. Live fix that. Tiso, Crazy Stone and Protagonist Squad. Point is, I built different and I'm still barely hanging on. It might also be the translators used up. That's also possible. The translators might have exaggerated things. Point is, I'm in a coma and I'm not coma and I'm kind of on a time limit because I'm in a fucking coma. We need immediate medical relief, whether that be for the common or the injured residents here in Studio 4-3's conservation area. That's our current sit rep. Please send support as soon as possible. And it cuts out. This is the mission report we received after the just retreated from the Forest Park ruins. Dispatch more supplies to support the fighter emergency relief, but Arcos shows no signs of improvement. The current ceremony once gave people hope and made them care for heroes. After the fire in Puglia, people want to know where Raven's whereabouts. I think it's an appropriate time to disclose the current situation. We've suffered heavy casualties this time. Commandant Harley Joe and Yada barely made it back to Babylonia with Simon in a coma. They're still at the start of life, and Simon has yet to regain consciousness. But yeah, how am I alive? Built their frames. And I was like, give me a second. I fucking just dropped my goddamn controller. Give me a second to find it. Like I said, Dwarf, I'm assuming the reason I'm alive is either A, the translators exaggerated what actually happened, which is possible, or two, it's a mixture of future medical tech and I'm fucking built different. Considering all the other shit the Comet has survived throughout the game. Urga and numerous other constructs are still standing on the surface. If even Grey Raven and Arcos have suffered such serious losses, this would be a huge blow to the people's confidence in victory. At that point, I'm sure even more people will be favoring abandoning the rescue effort. If we don't inform the people, they'll only turn to rumors. Sometimes acceptance is more helpful for us to overcome difficulties. But surely we approach this in a more delicate manner. What if I say I wanted to use this as a bargaining chip with Gurno? You mean the Omega file? Correct. According to the Science Council's report, the Omega prototype is complete. It has the ability to absorb the punishing virus, but the effect is limited. Given the information in the report, it seems it can't actively capture the virus. However, it can still absorb it by coming into contact with the virus. Okay, so basically, it's not a vacuum cleaner. So basically, it's a towel, not a vacuum cleaner. Considering its current form, even if we devote all resources to mass production, it's going to be difficult to achieve the desired effect. However, If we can extract large quantities of the virus with the Omega prototype, we may be able to achieve a vastly different effect. How can constructs rule the virus? Isn't that a characteristic reserved for ascendants? You aren't thinking of joining forces with Kurano, aren't you? The Science Council still a portion of Kurano's R&D for its counterintelligence program. They're using Ascendant data to develop a specialized frame. Plasma can confirm the Omega weapon's compatibility with this new frame. You can use the current situation to discuss it with them. Are you suggesting using a sacrifice of making a specialized frame, or then using it to check up a how? Oh, I think I see what Eisman's plan. I think I see what Ashen's plan here is. Put my fucking weapons when it comes to constructing constructs on the table next to the abilities of a specialized frame will equip the Omega weapon to potentially absorb a large scale amount of the punishing virus, which would be very useful for Kurno's research, on top of helping the war effort. To get Kurno to put their support behind the rescue effort. I think that's what his plan is. Heavy rain falls on a gloomy afternoon. Oh hey! Lucia's hometown, I think. Where Raven has already been stranded on the surface for over a month. How the fuck am I still alive? During this time, Liv has been meticulously caring for Arcos, who has been showing no signs of regaining consciousness. The rain outside the basement has gradually washed away the congealated blood on the streets. Devoid of humans, the ruins are now filled with only the corrupt and terror creatures lingering aimlessly. How the fuck am I alive? Before the abandoned CPF 40, the forest park was set ablaze, people had noticed constant concentration and steadily rising with the appearance of the red tide. At that time, people simply attributed this phenomenon to the heterochrome on the red tide. They believed that this was the manifestation of the virus that culminated and evolved, not that they were the culprits. Nobody was aware of a much greater disaster silently looming in the distance. They only targeted the tide, thinking that if it was eliminated, their problems would be solved. Thus, they used Longinus arsenal to obliterate the tide and its monstrosities. However, the virus itself still remained. Nothing could dissipate it. Their efforts were akin to evaporating a stream, the condensation of which only returned to the air. The airborne virus was then absorbed by the mother, which at an overwhelming concentration seemingly fell, during which it was used this time to breed yet another disaster. With the CPF-40 and the Puglia Forest Park reduced to ruins, the virus trapped within was released into the world, further fanning the flames of a world already at its limit. In this fast-forward see the emergence of humanoid creatures only indicated the further evolution of the plant-same creatures. However, they are not the greatest threat, nor are they the ultimate fruit born from disaster. Today, the hotbed known as the Red Tide continues to shower its seeds across the land as it marches onward over bloodstains, both new and old, in the joyous pitter-patter of rain. Humanity, how the children of Earth have fallen. Now they are cast adrift like a ship without sails, huddling in the narrow cabins they call the conservation areas, praying to the CPS for the minuscule protection they provide. Conservation Area Basement, 9:30 p.m. Right as the Council of Babylonia is deliberating whatever to suspend rescue, humanity on Earth eagerly waits for good news in the enclosed basement. Several days have passed since they last received aid. Food and medical supplies streamed right before their eyes. However, for people in the conservation area, stepping out of the enclosed basement and returning to their old way of scavengers means certain death. Good luck, Nova. Good luck with the boss. I know Arknight's boss fights can be pretty damn difficult. They had no choice but to remain in the conservation area under the protection of the constructs. Didn't they say supplies were on the way? How much longer do we gotta wait? The enclosed basement filled with the stench of decaying flesh. A haggard refugee suddenly shouts to his partner. Who knows, maybe they failed again. His companion seems less vacant, stroking the old guitar as he plucks at strings. How can you play that thing at a time like this, Chuck? What else can I do? We all have our ways of handling trash. Want me to take it out on you, yeah. The young refugee named Chuck sings weakly as he strums along with each word. This only ignites loud sounds of reason in the other resident, who begins to yell at him angrily. I know it's going to be like this. We should have evacuated while we still had the chance. Hearing the sudden outburst, Liv looks anxiously from beside his patient he is attending to, and watches him out of the corner of her eye. If it hadn't been for those damn corrupted and those hetero whatevers pursuing the target crafts, the transport crafts, we would have been out of here already. I told you we should have left early, but no, you too much for chicken shit about crashing on the way back to Babylonia. It was Babylonia fun sent rescue and we missed the boat. Did it end up crashing anyways? I wasn't just being paranoid now, was I? Not to mention those contracts guarding this place. Your comments didn't go on either. Didn't you hear, idiot? Your comments head wound can't handle the turbulence. I was just thinking, we wait a few days until it's safe and go back to the continent. I wasn't expecting it to get worse. What are you going on about? We stay here, we die. We go on the transfer craft, we die. That's all we've got to live for now. What the hell are you talking about? We already made it out of danger once already. The conservation area in Pulia Forest was a damn death trap. The whole place was blown to marines. Kaboom! He jumps out of bed and mimics the clothes in the ruins. Can't you see? The punchline concentration sizes even refugees living out in the wilderness are finding into the conservation areas. Just look at the guy with the guitar. But despite all that, we are still fucking alive. And we're going to keep on living. Despite Chuck's angry glare, he stakes the other resident excitedly as to cheer himself up by shouting. Alright, I'll go find some other place to play. Where else is there to go down here? Chuck doesn't respond. Instead, he just quietly grabs his guitar and proceeds further into the basement. If you got this much energy to shout, give me some of your rations tomorrow. He pushes him away and sighs quietly, grabs his injured leg and struggles to adjust his posture. If you don't got any, don't we still have to check to be here? What's that gonna do? The head when you got on the way here was giving a concussion if you think it'll help us kill those monsters. I just want... His voice suddenly wavers. Noticing his partner's dejected mood, the middle-aged man sits up and pats him on the back. It was just a scrap CPF 100 kilometers away that was blown up. That's all. It's nothing serious. It'll all be alright. If it was just that, then why the hell are we stuck here? Already on the verge of a mental breakdown, the man begins to show off his panic set in. Hey, don't cry, Luke. Be roaring. I'm Dr. My head wound. Has the wound opened up again? I'll be right with you. Thanks. You haven't had any shut-eye the past few days, have you? Contracts don't need sleep. I can still keep going for a few more days. But you need more rest. And stop irritating your wound, please. Just hurt, it's just at the same time. I can't help myself. The amazed man gazes up at Liv, dark circles surrounding his glossy eyes. Hey, snot-nosed brat, tell me, how many days have we been here? His fatigued and clear question gets lost in the surrounding noise, yielding no response. Sinking Island. Give me a second. Do I get sent? Story. Okay. 3, 6, 7, 12, 11, 14, 15, 16, 17, 19, 20, 22, 23, 24, 27. That's most of the playable chapters. There are fucking 51 chapters in this. I'm going to be here for a while. Sinking Island. A whole night passed since he and Lee brought back the construct wound in the rescue attempt back to the enclosed basement in the conservation area. After Liv performed basic maintenance, he recovered most of his ability to participate in a new rescue mission. When able to return to Babylonia, the contracts had become entrenched in a war of attrition. This is caused by damage to their frames and lack of maintenance chambers beginning to wear on them. People are still huddled in the cold and damp basement of the conservation area, craning their necks and waiting for a sound from the outside. They look forward to new developments, whether that be new supply chain costs decreasing, rescue supplies to be arranged for their own area, or for newly rescued refugees to be sent to other conservation areas. So long as no more refugees would come, any news is eagerly awaited. Disappointment was accompanied by hunger and sickness for the 160 people crowded in this enclosed basement. In addition, there were also 10 constructs and 2 combinants. Aside from the 3 constructs and combinant Arcosquarifen, Bombita and combinant Vesnessa of Urgret, 6 remaining constructs were the only few survivors from previous rescue attempts. Of these 6 constructs, all but 2 were seriously injured. The other 4 had already recovered mobility under Liv's care. They had joined search and rescue attempts in the surrounding area, but as time passed, fewer and fewer refugees could be found. All the active units on the west coast have been searched. Day 2 at 6 a.m. Second rescue attempt by Babylonia. Lee has returned from the search and rescue mission with 2 constructs. Seeing all the people sleeping in the basement, he lowers his voice. He stands outside the sealed door, shakes the rain off his frame, and hands 2 small boxes to the construct in front of him. This is all the supplies we could find. Place it in storage for now. Yes, sir. Lucia still hasn't completed her mission in City 44. I'm going to go help her. What's the situation? The conservation areas along the west coast have all been completely destroyed. All of them? Yes. Just like Vanessa had predicted, the twins have left nothing but destruction in their wake as they've gone up the west coast. During this period, they walked in Puglia Forest to the west coast, then up north, and stayed several days near the area. Instead of entering the area, they redirected their route to the southeastern coast, that is, the Puglia Forest Park ruins, and returned here. At present, the twins have arrived near City 41. If they choose to return to the forest, that should bode well for us, considering that City 43 isn't near City 40. If they decide to enter City 42, however, their next target might be here. So, once Lucia comes back, we need to make a plan, quickly. Are there any survivors in any of the cities along the west coast? Not many. Only 3A2, which I brought back. The other one went to another conservation area looking for a friend. 2 adolescent boys stand behind him, one of which is holding a cane. The cane is leg badly corrupted. The other appears weak, but seems otherwise healthy. His corruption appears serious. Looks like he needs serum. Oh, there's still some serum in the initial sample. Applies, but there's only one room left in the basement. Follow me. What about matches? The adolescent boy needs to tone the voices and keeps his voice down. Matches? Behind you. Before he can be heard, a furry figure crowded into the door. Although its fur is dirty and it looks frail, they see it's a border collie. Puppy! Matches! The boy lets out a sigh of relief as he pets his fluffy head. Thanks for letting me bring him. If there's anything you need me to do. No, thank you for bringing food. The other boy beside gives him a resentful sneer, walking up several people lightly beside them who appears at the door. Matches is my family. No one can eat him. Yeah, you're going to start people for the sake of your family. The boy strides into the room with a fake smile and nods to the curious person beside the bed. Hey bro, want to hear something? Hear something funny? That kid was teaching his dog to drive a car on the way over here. Raises his hand and acts like he's holding a steering wheel as he continues on. Matches, this goes left and this goes right. Cool, huh? Now he's going to find a car. The tiger looks at the boy and his dog and bursts out laughing. For a moment, everyone cheers up a bit in the dull basement. The jokester quickly stops laughing. Thank you for your hospitality, everyone. I'm sorry we didn't bring many supplies. The boy seems accustomed to dealing with refugees. By cracking a joke and greeting everyone, he seems to quickly resolve the crowd's hostility to the loss of another share of the rations. Kid food desperate scenario. I think that's understandable. What's the situation outside? Everything's destroyed from the park ruins to the west coast. Hearing this, refugees begin murmuring to one another because of those 2 things. And a ton of those hydro creatures who are ducking and hiding behind every corner all the way here. Well, since it appears that the west coast is pretty much destroyed, who knows where those 2 things will go next. Refugee hands him a thumb-sized biscuit. Here, take this. Thanks to the news. Those contracts exchange intel with each other every day, and they refuse to tell us anything. I'm going to go help Lucia. Seems like she's in a predicament. I'll leave you in charge here, Liv. Lee waves Slim and steps out with several constructs fit to move. Okay, I'll have everything under control. Be careful. The officer staying in the room next door said she has some information, but it only costs us to use all hope, so she doesn't want to talk about it for the time being. What's the point of that? How can we be any more hopeless? We've been conducting reconnaissance missions in the surrounding area, but nothing has changed. We'll let everyone know right away if the situation begins to improve or if there's any danger. She did not say anything more. She walks to another boy to lead him to a room deep inside to rest. Thank you. Just hear about the cross room, the boy who had just eaten the biscuit suddenly speaks. Oh yeah, just to let everyone know. Be sure to guard your rest room. Knows what happens to our supplies in the warehouse when our conservation area was destroyed? Hey, I didn't do anything. Chill out, I'm not talking about you. After all, if you went to the warehouse, you'd have been more than your leg corrupted. I mean, his dog. Bunk. So I'm getting a bunch of kids for the concerts to go and recover our supplies. The money you ate supplies my friend gave his life. Now I'm stuck here. That's not true. Matches didn't do that. A person was trapped in there. The concert went to bring out the supplies. Suggested there were 2 bodies and a bunch of empty cans in there. How was the boss fight, Nova? How did it go? Good, bad? She said there were 2 bodies and a bunch of empty cans in there. And it couldn't have been the 2 people in there who ate everything? What if they ran in there to eat the supplies and died from the high concentration of the virus? Everyone knew that going to the warehouse was certain death. Were they so starving that they didn't care if they died? I think they just rushed into the warehouse to stop the dog. I don't know why they ran in there, but Matches and I didn't take any supplies. We just... Hey, get out. The refugee who appears to be leader steps outside a corner and approaches the boy. I don't want to argue about whether your dog ate the cans or not. They're already gone. Talking about it isn't going to do anything. I just want to ask, how many supplies did you bring? Sorry, but I didn't bring any. What are we to do about your dog? I don't like that question. I don't like that question. His question seemed more like a command, turning everyone's laughter into solemn silence. They could only stare at the boy's flushed and evasive eyes. No, I just want to stay here. You want to feed your dog with our supplies, right? Sorry, I'll feed him myself. How are you going to do that? You don't have any protective suit and your leg is wounded. They like you do that by yourself. Say it now, but it didn't stop you when you're off for supplies in the middle of the night. They can't believe we can't even feed ourselves. We're going to get food to feed a dog, too. Yeah, I'm sorry, you took my friend's supplies. You fucking little shit. The boys cry ignites the grief and despair piled up in the crowd for many days. They all stand up one after another, regardless of their injuries. Ah, nice! You can't just keep taking refuge. We don't have enough food to get for the day. Refugees keep coming. We're gonna starve to death. Damn kid, don't blame us for not welcoming you with open arms. But I can't even feed myself, then what makes you think you get a share of our food? We've got enough to spare and starvation. Selfish brat and think we'll feed your dog. Why don't we barbecue your dog? I'll give you a pack of biscuits as a thank you. Don't just think about it. Tim Boy suddenly raises his voice. Not just my family. And the family think you can steal food to feed your family? The atmosphere tenses up as either side refuses to back down. Hey, they're about to fight. Don't worry about it. Leader will break it up if they do. I can leave if you want. I won't let you hurt him. Alright, scram you worthless brat. I'm already being kind enough as is, not punching your face in. He stands up, grabs the boy by the collar, and kicks away Matches to rush over to protect him. Seeing there's going to be a conflict in the crowd, Liv, who is always so gentle, puts down her medicine and puts herself between the boy and the angry mob. Oh, you want to protect this mutt, Miss Doctor? He said it's his family. Well, family, what are you talking about? This dog-eat-dog world, plundering's the only way to live. Here we go again. Quinn is spouting that nonsense again. Just let him go crazy. Those constructs put him in his place when they've seen enough. Put who in his place? Now that our teammates are gone, she's the only construct here. She can't even move with her leg broken. What's a construct like her going to do? So that a lot of jungles in the trophy. We need to kill that dog. You're right about that in battle. But this isn't a battle where we should fight. It doesn't matter if I want. I'd even sacrifice my own family. I don't think a dog is going to stop me. Liv stops arguing. Instead, she looks directly at the middle-aged man standing before her in silence. Babylonian scum. He spits angrily, rolls up his worn cuff, and swings a haymaker at Liv. But all it does is make her take a step back with a broken leg. That's all you Babylons are good for. Quit bullying a wounded Dr. Quina. It's embarrassing. Refugee, referred to as Quina, begrudgingly swallows his retort. Glaring at Liv, he rolls on his sleeves, holds his red fist with the other hand, and sits down in his corner with an angry look on his face. The only reason that guy is alive is Liv doesn't want a laser cannon him. No matter where they came from, these constructs, especially the doctor for leg injury, saved us and have taken care of us for so many days. If the law of the jungle ruled the world, you wouldn't deserve to be saved. The punishing virus would turn you into a piece of rotten meat to be fed to his dog. Quinn grits his teeth and shakes his head. You brought this upon us. Yes, but I don't want to cause a dispute. I just want to ask this doctor and that boy, do you have any way to convince anyone? Charles gazes back at the boy and his family. I just take my share and split it with matches. I'll just take my share and split it with matches. You won't steal anything. You won't steal anything, I promise. You can quarantine me if that makes everyone feel better. Well, since you say so, I'm willing to believe you. You don't need to be quarantined, not like we have the space anyways. I accept your proposal. What does everyone else think? The hungry crowd is silent. No one raises any objection. Then it's settled. But, Quina, come with me for a moment. What's your name? Since the food storage cannot be fixed, so you can at least use something as a winter power. He pats the boy on the shoulder and gently leads him into the room. My name's Stanley, and this is Mattress. Woof! The border collie gives a gentle gift as a greeting, then follows Stanley into the room. Good boy. Thank you for being so kind to me, Miss Construct. Don't worry about it. You can call me Liv. Thank you, Miss Liv, and to your friend for saving me, and bringing Mattress along. Sorry for all the trouble I caused. There's not much you can do if you think of anything. He bows humbly and carefully thanks Liv once again for fear of saying something wrong. Liv's not the type to just punch a dude. Liv's not the type to just punch a dude like that. Everything's fine. Don't worry. His little curse look after the little guy in a place like this. Not to mention you and Matthews have already had your fair share of hunger and suffering. I'm sure you guys can tough it out just a little longer. Oof. Is your leg okay? I've patched it up, but we don't have enough supplies for me to fully repair it. Alright, he takes out a tattered bag, signal blood, sign it contains dry military rest. This was supposed to be for our commandant. The seal was broken during our retreat. It's about to expire. Mind if I give it to Matches? Really? Thank you so much. But your commandant doesn't need it? Here so for now. I hope your commandant gets well soon. Me too. Sensing Liv's sadness, Matches wags his tail and tries to lick her hand. Aww. Don't, Matches. Stanley quickly pulls Matches back. She's a doctor. She needs to keep her hands sanitized. There are not enough supplies for that. We can't be a burden on him. Matches perky ears and head droop suddenly as if he understood. It's okay, don't worry. The boy appears skidded, likely due to frequently being orchestrized. Seeing them take out a bandage and disinfect, the boy rolls up his pants, exposing a festering wound from eruption and begins helping Liv. Is the boy's personality because of Matches? Stanley, if the situation continues to get worse, what are you going to do? He looks down in silence. I get what you mean, Miss Liv. I know animals can't be corrupted by the virus, they can only carry it, so I thought about releasing Matches into the wild. But he's already used to living with humans even before I met him. If I let him go, the next time he sees another human, he might get attacked again. No, I'm being selfish, but I need Matches by my side. He's the only thing keeping me going. So I'll just keep him with me. If I ever run out of supplies, I'll bang it myself, not Matches. Do you even realize what you just said? Thank you, Miss Liv. He refrained from answering. Said he just sincerely thanks for him one last time. Every person wandering these lands of turmoil uniquely their own. It's useless to even ask. The only way to resolve your suffering is to restore Earth to totality. Anything else will only temporarily delay the pain. She was seriously considering, I think she just didn't. But this goal is too far away. People have no choice but to immerse themselves in daily life. In order not to avoid wounded delay the pain, Liv refrains from pressing the question. She just aptly disinfects and bandages Stanley's wound and injects him with serum. As long as there's something that can be improved, that's the best consolation at this moment. Your corruption won't get any worse as long as you stay here in the enclosed basement. And also, since you aren't willing to let Matches go, you need to keep living. Got it? Don't be going around saying you'll abandon yourself casually. It's just you said. You depend on Matches, and Matches depends on you. Okay. Mentioning Matches, the boy's voice becomes softer. He thanks Liv again, snuggling up with Matches, and quickly falls asleep. Aww. Project Winter. This is an impromptu internal meeting. Everyone, please keep all the information mentioned in this meeting confidential. After the disaster broke out at the Forest Park ruins, the council members have already participated in countless impromptu meetings. An impromptu meeting used to be an emergency. Now it also means a difficult dilemma to overcome. As everyone knows, the situation on Earth is taking a turn for the worst. The high plastic concentration has caused varying degrees of evolution in hetero creatures across the different regions. They have learned to attack in groups. If they are injured, they quickly retreat and regroup within the red tide. Those winged hetero creatures have increased their flight speed and altitude, allowing them to attack transport crafts. However, a force is standing on the surface of it, unable to stop the twins from advancing. For now, they can only withdraw. Easy second, a blanket that use as a cloak because in case it isn't obvious, like it falls over here, so it's starting to cool off finally. It's cooling off hard. The CPF has been destroyed, the greenhouse collapsed, and the dead has been turned into the red tide of bleeding new enemies. We have made great sacrifices to resolve this disaster, so there's a fifth for us. As this continues, everything that has been shown, so this will be in vain. We need something that can turn the tide in the fight against the planet. Yeah. Apologies. That damn thing moves whenever I so much as fucking twitch, I swear. Testing. Is my voice better now? Is my voice better now? Testing. Cutely testing closely. Cutely testing closely. Okay. There we go. We need something that can turn the tide in our fight against the punishing virus. Preliminary research in the Omega file ARK obtained from Atlantis is beginning to show progress. The Omega prototype produced by a science council has proved to be capable of absorbing the virus. Good to hear the mic's fixed. However, it is unable to change the world environment at its current stage. I propose that we focus all of Babylonia's resources and research into this program. Upon announcing the topic for this meeting, Hassan opens the floor for discussion, but no one in the dark room voices their opinion. We need to put aside our differences and focus our efforts on solving this crisis immediately. Is this really a wise use of our resources? Babylonia can be completely sufficient as long as we control our consumption and cut supplies for troops on the surface. That may be the case, but is it sustainable? Our current crisis isn't just the high plastic concentration on the surface, but also ascendants infiltrating Gestalt and the hetero creatures to obtain air superiority. Not to mention the emergence of the twins. What makes you think they will continue to evolve? We should at least come up with a concrete method for solving this crisis before we discuss putting all of our eggs in one basket. We already devised a method. However, this method requires assistance from Project Winter to achieve the maximum effect. Uttering these two words causes whispers to echo through the dimly lit council. According to my knowledge, the Science Council is also dabbled in Project Winter. However, these conservatives are only committed to enhancing the stability of specialized frames. They haven't expanded their efforts to controlling the virus itself. Controlling the punishing virus? The councilman looks at President Hassan, sitting silently in front of him. I'm sure you're aware that based on the latest current progress from Project Winter, the specialized frames designed with the latest data have serious defects. They're similar to an ascendant frame by actively guiding the virus within the frame in the user's mind. However, since the user is an ascendant, they can't resist the virus nor can they control the frame. Anyone who switched to a new specialized frame was unable to persist in actual combat. They couldn't even last 20 minutes on the surface before succumbing to corruption. Even if we can somehow delay corruption, there will still be serious damage to their mind. Common sacrifice relies to stabilize their minds as a result of mind beacon pollution. Some of the councilmen are received into shadows show no intent on hiding their position. As a result, he takes the initiative to express their position and voice their concerns. Even if the plastic virus cannot be controlled for now, we can resolve the issue of corruption by using the Omega prototype. As for mind corruption, lead that to CT0. I smell fuck. During the Battle of Alpha Nuaxia, assumed direct control over Command Arcturus Raven, forcibly connecting the Commandant with nearby corrupted. I don't need to reiterate the effects on most comments when they link with the corrupted. The symptoms of Arcos weren't as serious. The three other constructs of Raven were able to maintain a secure link with Arcos despite the corruption. Lucia, Liv, Lee, and Chrome, who has upgraded to a specialized frame. They've all achieved a level of mind stability capable of handling specialized frames. However, due to the instability of this new specialized frame, constructs that have already been affected by their frames are not fit for this dangerous mission. So that just leaves Lee and Liv. But Arcos has declined to participate in Project Winter. That depends on the content of the project. Arcos and Grey Raven defeated the polyphage and retrieved the files from Atlantis. Heroes who have garnered such attention shouldn't be used as test subjects. Hill deliberately mentions the word heroes to remind those hiding in the south that, even if Earth is fraught with disaster, they can't continue to operate in secret. The Control Court was supervised this collaboration to ensure the personal safety of Arcos, who will not participate in any research other than that which pertains to the new specialized frames. Grey Raven is still performing missions on the surface while Arcos is in a coma. Based on the current situation, transfer crafts are unable to safely reach the circus, let alone escort Grey Raven back to Babylonia. This is what we will discuss next. There's an underground base that belongs to Chrono and City 47 with a large number of resources, transfer crafts, and a fucking spaceship are stored. If permissible, to contribute Arcos into 2 other contracts from Grey Raven. Whispers begin to circulate among the Parliament. Have you tested the Omega prototype yet? We've successfully run simulations, but we haven't deployed it on the surface yet. If we obtain test results regarding its effectiveness against the twins, both sides be in a more equal standing. Correct, however, we must take it one step at a time. Given the sacrifices required for a round-trip journey to the surface, they can't be expected to pay up their lives for a test that doesn't yield results. Once they return to Babylonia, what will you do if Arcos doesn't begin to approve? We will wait until Arcos shows signs of improvement before proceeding. If the Commandant doesn't regain consciousness, we will think of another plan. If there's any hope of averting this disaster, we will change our plans accordingly. The councilman looks at Hilda, but he remains silent and includes the other result implied by Nicholas' phrasing. This desolate little world no longer leaves any room for tenderness. We're going to wait until Arcos shows signs of improvement before conducting the experiment. The situation on Earth is taking a turn for the worst. President Hassan reiterates his opening statement. If you want to leave researchers time to start the work, the situation demands an immediate course of action. Even if we manage to mitigate corruption, without a mind beacon that can withstand pollution, just like phrase will be difficult to maintain. Correct. Current data predicts that, if we cannot resolve issues with mind stability, subjects will die within 3 hours of participating in actual combat. During such a minuscule amount of time, everyone's whispers turn to an outcry. However, a council member hiding in the shadows gives a pleasant look of surprise. Can't believe they lasted 3 hours without a Commandant to maintain stability. Is that it? What do you mean, is that it? Last time we used the specialized brain developed needed couldn't even pass the corruption test. Kurano! Stop holding Lucia's sister hostage, you fucking bastards! Even if they had acquired data from Laura, the imps made numerous barriers and restrictions. Without a Commandant that can resist pollution from mind beacons or someone able to maintain mind stability like Chrome, it was just a useless show. Even for someone to last just 1 minute, its human bomb proved to be disaster. This is just the first deployment, yet they've already managed to last 3 hours in the simulation. Imagine what we can achieve for such a project in the future with the combined effort of all departments. I can't wait to see her smile at the results. The underground base in City 47 is a major asset and property. The higher representative refused such a rare invitation from the Parliament. Even now they won't put down their hypocritical mask. What's wrong with making sacrifices for the sake of science? In only 3 hours, isn't this experiment a little inhumane? Do you think you know what inhumane even means? Do you finish learning about the aftermath of all those deaths, or are you just being sarcastic? Senator's councilman retorts sarcastically, unable to remain silent any longer. I will arrange for remunerations. Being concerned with personal sacrifice would be an insult to everyone who is still struggling, as well as the soldiers and civilians who died in the disaster. A specific plan to integrate the Omega prototype with specialized frames? Yes, but it's currently top secret. How can you verify the efficacy of such a plan? Each party must first negotiate its conditions before verification can be made by both parties. The Science Council guarantee results from this collaborative effort. This is just our preliminary course of action. I still haven't received the agent data, and we still need to conduct more testing before making any conclusions. If we want to improve our current predicament, we only have one choice: cooperation. In any case, this is the beginning of hope. But it is only just the beginning. Now I was going to say, I said my construct system. Just tongue it at you. It is an unchanging, lifeless afternoon. Continuous drizzle pounds on the ground, damps the air flews into the dirt, increasing the cold bit by bit. Someone with a guitar sits among several like-minded musicians, strumming weakly. Someone takes out a pair of cards that were almost crumpled, simply tosses them in front of the comrade's bed. Someone rummages through their pants pockets, searching desperately for a bit of wheat lost between the stitches. Someone knows that they are dying of a terminal disease, and have given no rations away to others for the past several days. Someone lies down in a damp corner, weeping for their relatives they just buried. Almost ignore the passing time, the dim light outside, and the continuous rain. Look at the old mall ceiling, their eyes lost their light, leaving only an empty silence. Despair will not stop growing and knows to raise their hands in surrender. Blade continually checks the condition of all the wounded and unconsciously rubs her aching chest. The lack of maintenance chambers, she hadn't rested for many days. During a search and rescue mission, Liv's leg was seriously injured while protecting her target. However, in order to leave medical supplies for refugees to come, she only splintered her broken leg and refrains from fully repairing it. But she is by no means the exception. Both people and constructs alike are forced to stand on a sinking island. No one can be spared. Knock, knock, knock. Suddenly, there was a sharp knocking on the door inside the isolation door. The sound is as light as feather through the hardened steel. No, I wasn't, Xana. Someone's at the door. She quickly closes her eyes and searches for the activity signal outside the door. A human. The wonders who wonders for the dangerous wilderness full of hello creatures decides to open the heavy isolation door. Hello. A man and a woman rush to a gap in the insulation door. The woman's long hair and clothes are well kept as if they've been carefully cleaned recently. The young man beside her, holding a child covered in blood, seems a little familiar. Sir, Doctor here, this boy's been stabbed in the back. I am, give him to me. Thank God, where should I set him? Over there. He hurries past the ground and rushes in the direction Liv pointed to. There aren't any beds left, it's the only spot here on the ground. Looking around at the crowd of people, he asks Liv as she limps in from behind. Unfortunately, with the extra sheets, I have my own one up cot. Sailing gets up from the floating bed with matches in front and puts the child in the man's arms. Use mine. Thank you. He nods and accidentally sets the child on the floating bed. Stanley turns and leans against the corner with a gloomy expression as if lost in thought. Does he have any allergies or medical issues prior to his wound? I don't know, do you? I don't know either. It's fine. I'll give another evaluation before he gives him an injection. Liv opens up his shirt and checks the wound on his back. Thank you. I need to stop the bleeding. How is he wounded? I had a creature today, but I'm not sure how. I wasn't with him at the time. Alright, looks like we need a serum. What has he eaten the past few days? I don't know. He's been on the food the past few days and was starving last night, so he wanted to pack my biscuits. Stanley looks at the man's backpack, which is obviously full of supplies. Reading it, he wanted to go to the next conservation area and look for supplies, to borrow one of my protective suits and left. Seeing Liv treat the child, I finally sign relief and find a place to rest. Why? Why would you let him go alone? Your backpack is obviously full of supplies. Why would you let a child risk his life? The man is caught off guard by the sudden question. He turns and looks close at the boy standing in front of him and frowns as if remembering something. It's a kid like you. Sorry, it's because of me. I'm pregnant and straining my ankle. I can't walk that fast. The child said he wanted to go over, so he left early. I didn't think he would. She sighs at the child on the photo caught. Without any enthusiasm, he cries in pain while Liv sutures his wound. Liv remains unwavering. She concentrates on suturing the wound more quickly than the boy's suffering. As the boy cries, Stanley slides against the wall and sits down. Sensing his emotions, Matthews buries his head in his arms. Oof. Then why get pregnant? Stanley's voice is quiet but full of resentment, contrary to his usual modesty. What do you say? Since you obviously can't raise him, why haven't I have a child? He grits his teeth and yells at the boy continues to cry. The woman wasn't expecting to be asked this question by such a young boy. Just as she opens her mouth, the response suddenly stops herself. He's lucky you found him brought him to such a kind doctor. Well, in the future, he's just going to be like me, or worse. Why did you say that? Why? Because my parents are just like you. He had me about thinking about the future. So he's going to raise me, they just kick me to the side of the road. About thinking about the future? Exactly. You have a child in the way, you know what I'm talking about. Refusing conservation areas give preferential treatment to expecting parents and those with children. She lowers her head, not denying the boy's accusation. I know they have good intentions, but some people like to take advantage of this, just like my parents. They just use those good intentions for their own benefits while considering the future. So my mom was pregnant, she was given special admission to the conservation area where they had me and my brother. When I was 2 years old, my dad gave me for another family for a bowl of porridge. My adoptive father turned out to be just like him, too. He was just freeloading on sympathy of others, when he used me to get supplies from the conservation area. But no matter which parent I was with, they would only ever give me the scraps. Once they got a little bigger and lost their privilege, they threw me by the roadside just like those empty cans they finished eating. How could they do such a thing? Hearing Stanley speak to the surrounding refugees began to whisper to each other. I heard of people doing that, conservation areas just want children to survive. Who would have thought there'd be bastards like them? How are they bastards of them who would dare to have children in a world like this? You don't look into who the child belongs to and just give out supplies. How can they? And can you guarantee you'd be alive tomorrow? Someone's allowed to take care of a child, that's all that matters. Have you ever thought about it? How can abandoned children survive on the side of the road? Being a burden on others banned from the conservation areas and cursed at. So I want to ask you as a parent, why would you have a child if you can't take care of them? Are you just looking for short-term benefits, or is it because you don't care about your child's future? She hangs her head in silence, unable to come up with an answer. Silence fills the depressing air until the familiar man coughs quietly. Sorry, this isn't an answer, but I'm not the child's father. Of course, she's his mother. Her husband and I used the emergency profession is much more dangerous now, but some are so willing to take the risk. How do supplies belong to her husband, and I can't go eating someone else's food now, can I? Stanley's eyes widened at the unexpected answer. Sorry, I didn't realize. I'm really sorry. I misjudged you and spoken out of turn. It's okay. It really is as serious as you. You're not his parents, but I understand that he has a similar experience to your own. His biological parents died in an accident 2 years ago when he was only 8. None of us can be sure we'll live to see tomorrow in this cruel world, let alone stay together with our children. Of course, we can't guarantee a safe upbringing for our children. Okay, so she slowly walks up and sits down next to Stanley, gently pats one back with one hand and rubs Match's fluffy head with the other. It's so hard for children even to stay alive when they're separate from the parents at such a young age. I'll consider what you said carefully and be sure to make the right decision. Okay. Enough of this crap. Isn't it obvious? You have a child, you should raise them. Everyone is faced with hardship in this cruel world. We're all equal here. No point in complaining. Sorry. No need to apologize. The world is full of injustice. She looks at everyone and slowly closes her eyes. We're all struggling with the same adversities, but some people are armed, some people can move freely. Others trade lives yet to be born, and others are forced to run before they can walk. It's amazing if you can survive in this world and save another life. Alright, it's my fault. I just don't want to see everyone looking down in the dumps. It's hard enough to have a newborn life only to get kicked back. Turns back to the refugee woman Stanley, full of indignation. You shouldn't downtrodden others just because you've been down on your luck. Just like how once expressed their sadness, the hope that still exists in the crown should never be taken away. No matter which side of the debate, each has its own reasons. But, Stanley, I know what you're worried about. Liv sews up the crying child's wound and wraps him in a blanket, then stands up with her hand on the edge of the cot. The arrival of a new life should be a joyful thing, but we don't want to give each other a burden beyond our means. You're right. Even still, its difficulty can also be rewarding. But that I don't just mean getting supplies using kind of service, but hope and independence. Lay looks down at Matches next to Stanley and smiles quietly. Did you choose to take care of Matches because you think he'll help you get supplies? No. But by doing so, your life has become much more difficult and has made your food even more scarce. But as you said, Gives your life meaning and motivation. That's why you made the choice, right? Yeah. He nods and looks at the one beside him apologetically. Well then, how do you view this child? She lowers her head in silent contemplation. You still have the baby. We're barely making food each day, and we don't have enough to eat. But it's also sad to see someone die. There are only a few living people left in this land. What good are more supplies? Swarm won't be so lonely with more lives around. Yeah, that's what I mean. Hearing this, he immediately turns around excitedly and claps his hands. Whoever it's a person or a dog, you need to protect them as your mom. You can't be so quick to give up. Ugh. There I go, running my mouth again. He nearly pats himself on the face with apology. Stanley and the woman in the crowd laughed at his motherly instinct kicking in. So I've never been too good at talking with others. He rubs his hands with a kind smile. The dust from his hand caused him to sneeze a couple of times. Well, since you're already here, how about changing subject? What's your name? Where did you come from? How's the situation outside? Every new refugee gets asked, where did you come from and what's the situation outside? So much so that they become the standard greeting. Even if they don't answer at first, they will be asked in private. My name is Fantine. I came from City 45 in the south. I was originally going to City 44's conservation area, but then there was a problem with CPF. What's wrong with City 45 and 44? The conservation area in City 4 and 45 is full, and something wrong with 44 CPF, for which I started by contract on my way there. He said a horde of hetero creatures attacked the conservation area in the CPF, so they're evacuating with the residents. City 44, that's where Lucy and Lee are. Hearing this, the refugees begin to whisper among each other. I thought it was safe to stay out. Looks like there's more to suffering. Maybe not be those twins, but there are just as many hetero creatures. Need to fill up my water bottle soon. Ugh. Guess it's not safe here anymore. We need to evacuate ASAP. Evacuate? Where else is there to go? Hey, it's the old lady from before. Are there any safe places left out there? Then what else do we do? Babylon doesn't send any more support. What about the Forsaken? The Forsaken? Actually, this gentleman came from the Forsaken. Oh, you know the Forsaken? How's the situation over there? I don't know them too well, but I've done business with them as a merchant. They're still accepting refugees, but every base is already overcrowded. Looks like we need to think about evacuating. They're still in a better position than most conservation areas. At least they have food reserves. But given this environment, they're in desperate need of serum. I came here to see if I can find any spare serum in the conservation areas to exchange with them. Exchange? You mentioned her husband is also a merchant. What about him? He fell into the red tide while protecting me. The last I heard his voice, she was already... I know he's not alive anymore. The hetero sapient sounded just like him. The gentleman had come here to pick up my goods. I would have been torn to pieces by those sapients. Seems like you've also had your fair share of experience with those monsters. The old lady nods in recognition. What's your name, young man? My name's Shrek. Really? Shrek? Hearing the name, Liv finally realized why the man seemed so familiar. The first time she heard this name was before they encountered the polyphage. Grey Raven had acquired in searching the corners left by hawks in the deserted ruins. She had accidentally stumbled across the book while searching for clues. Carmen Rider Genesis. She carefully opened the faded cover. After reading the whole story, she found a line of beautifully written message on the back cover. Earth has been struck with world disasters. Time has washed away every one of them away. Live for tomorrow because all will pass, she struck. There weren't any clues in the book, but Grey Raven had coincidentally seen this message written on the wall of the ruins. Look, something is written on the wall. Following where Liv is pointing, you find a nearby written slogan on the wall of an abandoned building. Earth has been stricken with innumerable disasters, and time has washed every one of them away. Live for tomorrow, because all will pass. How very inspiring. but Amaya isn't in this game, and I don't think an Arknights crossover would go well. Exposing Originum and the punishing letters to each other. That just sounds like a way to get a lot of new problems very, very fast. Very, very fast. Look kind of new as well. Could one of the scavengers suffer from this? Hazily written, of course, can see below the slogan. There seems to be something else after those two words, but they have been roughly scrubbed off. Later, they found the message following the words, of course, and also their last memories. There's never been an endless winter on this planet. When spring comes and the ice melts away, you won't be there to see it with me. Shrek, you will live. Let me explore the unknown. Though feeling the project's passion spirit of West knew it would be appropriate to bring it up this time. Different decides to remain quiet. You're trading for Sharon. What about her husband? What was she trading his supplies for? Also, the Sharon. He was originally tasked with exchanging supplies, but since he hadn't returned in a long time, I went to look for him. Oh, but we're running low on serum ourselves. Do you have 4 bottles to trade for these supplies? I can only trade for free just in case we have any wounded refugees. It's okay, I understand. He rubs his range no care. After I left the Forsaken, I forgot the facing on my way here ran out of food and serum. Some even tried to rob me. Seems like you guys are in a lot better shape. The outside is overrun with powder creatures. Mind if I rest here? Doctor doesn't mind, we don't either. If you don't mind a lack of space. Of course not, thank you. He yawns carelessly, leans against the corner, and closes his eyes. All these people gathers together, but no one knows what will happen tomorrow. What would the common think after regaining consciousness? I wish you were by our side, Arcos. Please stop giving me story missions. My throat is tired. I would like to stab things. I haven't stabbed things for like almost now. I know it's donkey you meant. I know it's donkey you meant. First, joy and sorrow. Nightfall descended upon her once more. Leah steps out of the room where the two comets are resting and looks out on the landscape outside the basement. What can I do to make Arcos regain consciousness? Dim moonlight covers the scarred earth in the veil of peace, obscuring the mountains of death for those still wandering out in the wilderness. Time wasn't a measure for how long explorers had left. It wouldn't be important for those hiding in the enclosed basement of the conservation area. Here, the reference for measuring minutes and seconds is no longer a clock, but a seconds of hunger. When most people would go to sleep according to the biological clock, the conservation protecting the conservation area of City 43 still haven't begun to rest. They are either guarding the conservation area outside or still on rescue missions, and Liv is no exception. Today, the new rescue team brought several injured refugees. Although they should have been happy to find the survivors, the increasingly scarce supply makes it impossible for them to celebrate. Kiss her. I'm going to kiss Liv. Oh, wait. Do you mean Liv kiss me? Points to self. Points to self. Did you mean Liv kiss me? Uh, 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 Did you mean have Liv kiss me? Blush very hard, blush. Ah, ah. No, wrong button. Right button. Ah, ah, that is my train of thought on the topic of Liv doing the fairy tale kiss me to wake me up from a deep sleep thing. Please not explode the coast. Please not explode the coast. Which plus settings do I want? There we go. Please not explode the coast of gay. Please not explode the coast of gay. Before her regrets can condense into a needle stabbing her chest, she carefully weaves it into her diary. Sensitive care patient record, Lindsay, 21-year-old, fell from height over fracture, skin damage, open wrist, skin bone, hemio, pneumothorax, spleen or liver, septic shock, medical history knee, CPR performed, burns case, baby blood, like liver repair, complex surgeries cannot be performed in current environment. Intensive care patient records. Really nothing to do when Miss Lindsay was brought in. She was in critical condition. I heard she fell from a high-rise building trying to protect her partner. Thanks to her, Miss Shin only had minimal injuries on her left hand and ankle, but her blood type does not match Miss Shin's. Miss Lindsay's and cannot be used for transfusion. All she could do is pray by her side. As a medic myself, I know I shouldn't believe in illusory concepts like destiny, God, but still, I hope for a miracle. Miss Lindsay was rushed to her noon, but she's still seriously wounded. It seems unreasonable to try and save a seriously injured patient with such lack of materials because it would only prolong the pain would not change the outcome. It always wakes up the sleeping princess. Blesses more. But I saw Miss Lindsay's desire struggle in her eyes. Whenever she slightly regained consciousness, she was looking for her partner. Whenever she found her, she would open her trembling mouth as if to say something. Once there's something she wants to say, that's why she works so hard to do so. So I did my best to give her first aid, which I still, but I still hope that a miracle could happen. Recording Lindsay's treatments, he quietly stares at her diary for a long time as she tries to find potential opportunity from the limited content to make a better effort to save her life or reduce her pain. However, all possible opportunities for recovery are like stones sinking into a deep pool, leaving ripples of regret at the surface, unable to stake the difficulty of such a feat. Unfortunately, Liv is not an exalted. But this doesn't cause Liv to give up hope. She continues to search, contemplating her experiences over the past few days, searching between the lies to find something she can do. The lines, not the lies. Mr. Lister. Abnormal injury caused by head creatures, attack, renal injuries, severe pulsing infection, festering wounds, conscious amount of time. Medical history, post-polio syndrome, scoliosis, right foot pronation, malnutrition, maintain fluid restriction, keep checking for infection. I don't know much about Mr. Lister. He just transferred from Studio 42 yesterday. All I know he hates sweet flavored cookies and that he wakes up at 2 4 a.m. in the morning and cries. When we evacuated CPF 40, we believe that we're still tying the rescue overs. So many teams were with us. There was a chance for the situation to get better. There was hope. As time went on, more and more lives were lost, like remnant memories of the past. The seeds of hunger and sickness began to sprout within the survivors. The long future no longer brought joy. Instead, it has turned into a hotbed for incubating suffering and torture. Lastly, 21 years old, left leg fracture, hematophilament text, pouncing infection, multiple ulcerations in lower extremities, still conscious. Infection-induced cardiac tamponade. Virtual treatment has been performed, but surgery cannot be performed due to lack of equipment. Keep doing and checking for infection. Suffering from severe intolerable chronic pain when we are running low on painkillers. Miss Lay still loves her money, plus she was left behind by her late sister. Talking about it can reduce pain slightly. I hope she gets well soon. I hope Commandant can wake up soon. Contracts aren't pseudo-alchemicals. Alchemicals are a lot more bullshit. Callie, 79 years old, stage 4 cardiac cancer, esophagus cancer, severe anemia, light pronouncing vaccine, medical history, none, soybean allergy. Wait, Callie? Oof. Please don't be the cute Reaper. There's only something I can do. I told the old man his condition as he yada yada. After the news, he has not eaten anything for 3 days. He has nothing but water since then. Did I really do the right thing? Katana, 47 years old, mind age. Attacked in the middle of a rescue mission, inward device damage, multiple broken bones throughout the large bones throughout. Large area of artificial skin burned. This is going into 40k. Well, there goes her wallet. There goes her wallet. The current supplies available aren't able to fix Mr. Katana's broken bones. Must turn off the pain module to hibernation in order to avoid mind deviation. However, when he has to vacate the sleeping pod to something else, he has to reactivate the main pain module temporarily. He doesn't fall on his face, but the pain must be excruciating. His colonel looked furious when Lucia brought him back. He kept saying he should die in battle instead of becoming a burden. Burden. But Lucia told him being injured isn't a burden, giving up is. He stopped arguing after hearing that. Comet would probably say the same thing. I really hope he can wake up soon. Nagayuki, 17 years old, mind age. Nagayuki, 17 years old, mind age. Attacked in the middle of rescue mission, inward device damage, left side limb completely destroyed, unstable mind. Her mind stability needs Vanessa's help. All infection symptoms have disappeared, but available supplies cannot repair her inward device. Often shows signs of mind instability to damage left side limbs. Miss Nagayuki lost all her teammates in the rescue mission. Apart from the damage to her frame, her mind was also serious sleep damage. There's something I can do for her. She likes music. There are a few minutes from refugees, and her song calmed down a little. Fortunately, they can't help it, but are scared by her wounds. I can only put in the room next to new citizens for now. Kane, 12 years old, severe punching infection, multiple traumatic wounds on the back. Medical history, bipolar disorder. Apart from her injuries, Kane's extreme wounds are also the main reason I put her under the intensive care. There are no medicine that can treat the disorder in the conservation area. Then they also hold a lot of prejudice against her due to her attitudes. She must stay away from the hostilities because there's not enough space for her to stay alone in the basement. I am currently playing her next to Miss Nagayuki. They're getting along well so far, but I must watch them carefully. It's like Lacia's bunny. Sometimes he even takes away while telling Lacia and suddenly she's to rage on it. Promise you that I'll make her identical bunny once I got the materials. Jane, 51 years old. Her herbal practitioner supplies her children with traumatic brain injury, currently in a coma. Medical history. Her children are unable to provide further information. Symptoms are similar to those of commoners. Both suffer from bleeding and coma caused by traumatic injury, likely she is also unable to wake up. Lee found 3 lifeless bodies during the search. Next to the bodies, responsible for children. More on supplies, but Lee handed supplies for children. Weapons cannot bring privilege to anyone in this cruel world. We must unite. Back, 19 years old, both looks empty. The head of your attack. Multiple stab wounds to the back, severe infection. Stunned but ulcerated, unable to heal. NA. Pencil manager, lack of painkillers, makes him suffer enormous pain from ulceration. Sterilization, this extreme infection seems to be healing. Mr. Batch is a very optimistic person. He would force himself to laugh even if pain became intolerable. His friends are all very proud of him, but he passed away. The wounds on his back caused tetanus. His friends buried him on the hill beside the conservation area. I'm so sorry. If only I could pay a little more attention. If only I had more supplies, but there are no ifs. I'm sorry. Orphe, 45 years old. Multiple tears in chest and abdomen caused by head or creature attacks. Severe planting infection and abdominal ulceration. Prolonged malnutrition and medical history. Dysfunctional uterine bleeding. Already hemorrhagic shock for the surgery thanks to blood donors. We were able to save from death, however, her wounds weren't healing and require intensive care. Miss Orphe is a nurse in City 43's conservation area. She has been through many rescue missions. Despite her injuries, she kept comforting me as I changed her dressing. She told me not to lose my courage after witnessing many deaths. Right, that. And then I should not be disappointed in myself after I failed to save someone. We must let go of our remorse and embrace the future so we won't have any regrets. I never confided in her, but she read me like an open book. Miss Orphe passed away. Saved many people in Steel Freeze Conservation Area. They voluntarily held her funeral. She smiled and said thank you to them in her dying bed before closing her eyes. Oh. The night prior to the blast was launched Arsenal. Staff and residents of City 43's conservation area planned to evacuate south to 44. During the evac, the team was attacked by head-out creatures and had to return to stay with Greyraven, which had arrived later. Everyone who stays in 43's conservation area owes their thanks to the residents. Without them, there'd be no secure shelter, and Liv wouldn't be able to remove the Commandant's hematoma. But you still wouldn't be able to save Orphe's life. Even if you hold the precious water of life in your palm without a container, you can watch it drip from your grasp until it dries up. The deeper the sorrow carves in your beings, the more joy you can contain. Together they come, and when one sits alone with you at your board, remember together to sleep on your bed. Verily, you are suspended like scales between your sorrow and your joy. Only when you are empty are you stand still and balanced. See seen those who look down at life and death, as well as their calm expressions of indifference. But Liv cannot do it. She chose the more cumbersome path. During countless helpless nights, she has let silent tears burn her wounds and pain, giving her motivation to work harder to build a better tomorrow. If it really happens so that together they come, it would be her motivation to tip the scales and achieve happiness. Constructs have a stronger ability to survive and fight than humans. However, they cannot survive this forsaken catastrophe alone. Punishing migrants, casualties of war, insufficient maintenance chambers and power, unrepairable frames. Aside from these obvious dilemmas, the hearts of constructs will never waver just from a change of frames. Despite not having wounds, Lucia tightly clenches her blade among the crowd. Evenly, a construct of few words has become more recent. Aside from discussing rescues and missions, he remains silent for most of the day. With the birth of the twins and the impact of the Hive Mother, Greyraven has been able to move about freely. Without the Covenant, the free people of Woody here would be among the list of names engraved on the monument. When Vanessa learned of the Common's actions, she only sneered at it. Girls, don't you contribute while you're alive, you're worthless when you're dead. Saying this, her eyes revealed some indescribable haze, like that of anger or sadness. Is the bitch mad she couldn't one up me? Is that it? Lunia. Acute heptic failure caused by consumption of mataverna. Light punishing infection occasionally makes from coma and convulsion. We don't have any medicine for this. She is going on to another conservation area to seek medication. What medication will afraid he won't survive another 3 days. The other conservation area also faces suffering from acute hepatic failure. Comment is still also connecting to food. We are also running low on the food use. Parental nutrition. What should I do? Looking at the list of critically injured wounded from the last page, Liz becomes lost in thought. There are only 11 critically wounded because most of the others could not make it to the moment when rescue came. 13-year-old boy Polina last passed away the night before yesterday. However, his name is still on the record because Liv has been too busy to update it. Liv heard the refugees laughing a while ago. Boys as much as calling you to hallucinate. You'll see all sorts of crazy things. You should try it if you give it a chance. Liv warned him not to try just to see some crazy hallucinations because the only thing that would happen is liver failure. What does it matter if we die of hunger or die from being poisoned? Might as well go out having fun. That is the cruel reality. The possibility of an excruciating death from hallucinogenic mushrooms has become seen as a peaceful death. Is that why you ate them, Polana? His meaningless asked question about the deceased. Liv shakes her head and shifts her attention back to the list of supplies. The lives and well-being of the refugee hinges on this list. No matter how many times he checks it, the supply list supply shortage won't miraculously get any better. Even now, the common's life hangs in the balance. Even if she only manages a minimal dry comet or pyre, there are only enough supplies for 2 more days. Hey, doctor! Call from within the basement interrupts those slots. He puts down the records and hurries in the direction of the sound. I think I heard a king crying. Can you check up on her? Okay, thank you for telling me. She nods and makes her pass towards a cane in Nagayuki's room. Please don't be a murder. A cane? Miss Liv! Throwing herself in Liv's arm, a cane lets out a muffled cry in the comfort of Liv. Quiet as it is, a cane's cry makes its way from the basement, stirring up empathy from the other refugees. Faced with the mounting disaster, everyone is nothing but rubble amidst the rising flood of despair, giving no hope for retreat. Babylonia's next rescue attempt is futile. What will happen to Comet and the people stranded here? Liv held the crying cane and puts her hand on her aching chest. If there's anything I can do. She desperately awaits some good news, hoping she has the power to end everyone's suffering. Time and time again, she is helpless in changing reality. Liv pats her on the back and sings an old song of the elevated despair hanging in the air. I'll become the wind's gaze, countless nights and days, chasing your wake around the lake. Just stay a little bit longer. What song are you singing, Miss Liv? Oh, it's a song from a long time ago. Everyone would sing it in the field hospital. That song, I've heard it before. The man with the guitar squeezes the door. He shivers at the sight of Nagayuki deep asleep. He recovers his expression, sits down next beside Kane and Liv. I remember a composer during the post-Tamacade wrote the commemorate their friends. The song became a hit because so many people had lost their family and friends. That's so. The old generation sings it for comfort. How about I teach it to you, Kane? What do you say? I want Miss Liv to teach it to me. Alright, then I'll teach it to her first. He strums a few chords on his guitar and begins to sing the first verse. I remember. That's it. Hey, what brings you in here playing your guitar? Hey. Sound of Chuck's guitar attracts several musicians from the room next door. They turn one by one and look at the people in the isolation ward with curiosity and fear. Just playing a song with the doctor. Want to join in? Alrighty, can you sing? Of course, the doctor can sing. Sing, Miss Liv. Don't be afraid, open your heart and let the music flow out. Alright. Playing music might not fix anything, Getting your feelings off your chest is better than holding them in. We'll sing instead of crying, la la la. I'm not sure if singing with a cough drop in my mouth is a good idea, but I'm gonna try anyways. Okay. While Lucy is a bit unsure of herself, she takes a deep breath and begins to sing. I click the next button. This late, boundless and silent. As Liv sings, the other musicians drum the rhythm with their hands, followed by Chuck's guitar. Hearing the singing, Nagiyuki opens her eyes and listens to sing as he checks that her wounds are covered. Like the wind's gaze of fallen friends. The song of morning sings the wounds in everyone's hearts. Akane listens to the song and wipes her tears as she sits beside Nagayuki's bed. Entranced in the music, the musicians don't notice the crowd of curious eyes gathering behind them. Looking only for the past, they enjoy the music in silence. We are the scattered souls. We are the scattered souls. We are the scattered souls beside the round lake of life. If our paths could cross again, we could reunite once more. Even though we have changed, even as the sun or evening wind, your familiar yet mysterious shadow must also believe that we will meet again. Believe this is only a momentary parting. As her voice fades, Liv finally notices the crowd standing in front of her as everyone erupts in applause. What do you think part of the theming of Imperia is? As her brings back memories, I think anyone could sing. Well, we don't want to waste such a rare opportunity. Let's teach everyone to sing. I like that idea. Also, I apologize for the coach's horrible attempt at singing. That probably sounded horrible. Don't the wounded need the rest? I'm okay. I want I want to listen to everyone sing too. Me too. We'll sing instead of crying. We'll sing instead of crying. La la. We'll sing instead of crying. La. We'll sing instead of crying. La la. Section of City 45 and 44 complete. Didn't recover any supplies, but I found a field of mature wheat in the ruins. At noon the next day, Lucia takes a heavy bag and squeezes the sealed door of the other constructs. You worked hard, everyone. Get some rest in the chambers. You should get some rest as well, Lucia. They wave and walk to a room on the left side of the basement, leaving the freed gray ravens at the door. I also asked about the medicine you requested, but they didn't have any in stock. What about the other areas? I checked, but the other conservation areas are worse off than us. We just had another critically wounded refugee join us. If this keeps up any longer. The current situation taking supplies of anyone else will make no difference to the status quo. Sorry, Lucia. She grabs Lucia's hand and takes her head. It's okay. In this situation, we can't save everyone. Lucia comes Liv. Liv comforts Lucia painfully and slowly, like treading across water laden with thorns. We can only do our best. Here, I found some of the cloth and cotton you requested earlier. Thanks. Aside from that, there's also some not so good news. The conservation area at City 44 was ambushed by a horde of hetero creatures. Oh, I sounded cute. Bless is super hard. Bless is super hard. I hear from that from referees that just arrived. What happened? Some hetero creatures learned to attack as a group and began attacking when people gathered. We stayed there for a whole day before we could get rid of all of them. Parts of the conservation area were damaged, leaving only one constructor prepared to CPF and evacuate the refugees gathered there. Looks like there are fewer and fewer temporary refugees. I'm gonna move this up here for visibility, actually. twins are still at 41, which puts us in danger. These rescue missions in Babylonia keep failing. You better prepare an evacuation plan just in case. Now there are more people gathered in the conservation area than any real place, which poses an issue for evacuation. Honestly, a good place to go if we could fucking get there. A good place to go if we could fucking get there. It would probably be easier to evac from than the mainland would be. Kowloon. Get everyone on board the night or fuck off. Head to the city. Make a deal with Q. Get in touch with Babylonia. But no, but I'm pretty sure Kowloon's still recovering from the Ascendant War, from the Huaxu War. And I'm not sure how many supplies they have fit for organic people. Their populace is entirely constructs and uploads loaded into Tabula Casa. Not sure if they have any supplies. Besides maybe anything the Niders scrounged up. But if that has, that's its own. But, There are a few targets left that can be destroyed traveling north along the west coast. We'll be defenseless if we're attacked by either the twins or a horde of hetero creatures. These rescue missions from Babylonia keep failing. The free stand silently at the door to this hypothetical question. No one dares to open it or reveal what awaits. At first, the team stayed on the surface to help those in the same situation, while also giving the colonists time to heal. They believed they were still a ray of life in the dark depths. They believed the enemy could be defeated, survive, and Covenant will return to them. But these expectations, struggles, and prayers have no impact on the growing sense of danger. It's too early to give up. We need to believe in Babylon. Why does she sense to believe? Suddenly lowers her head with a somber expression, as if remembering some painful memory, then trails off. Lucia, it's nothing, just that. If they continue to use the same tactics for conducting rescue missions, it'll lead only to more deaths. Perhaps they just need some time to adjust their tactics. Lucia solemnly looks at the nearby room. The room where the Grey Raven Covenant remains resting in a coma. But we should still be prepared once rescue. Yo, what's in the heavy sack? Refugee with Keen's eye spots the rice brought by Lucia and cries out in supply. I found this rice in some ruins. We're going to make porridge tonight. Woohoo, Quina, get your pot. Sacrifice is enough to feed all 100 of us. We did not kill Q. Q is still alive. We just beat the shit out of her. We just, air quotes, beat the shit out of her and knocked her unconscious, and then Gabriel jumped us. Q's still alive. She's not dead. She's still around. She's just not dead. That's how she's a playable character. She's still alive. That's great. Looks like we're gonna get porridge tonight. Finally, some good news. When we not make it, there should be an extra store in the storage too. Top. Our side of gas, we just gotta bring it down here. Okay, I'll go get it. I'll also collect some purified rainwater. It's been raining non-stop the past few days, so there should be more than enough water. The rest of us will sit here and rub the rice chips with our hands to remove the husk. Huh? This ain't no rice. Might be translating. I'm just. You can just tell by his stack. Besides, the contract had to fight to bring it. Too lazy to help them repair it. Don't move the entire stove. I'm going to be honest. I have no fucking idea for how the fuck PGR builds their stoves. But I know for a fact, as we can see by the fact that fucking Chrono exists, the world governments that had still conducted capitalism TM before the punishing virus broke out and lit that on fire. Ergo, I wouldn't be surprised if the stoves ended up having it so the cans are built into them, and so you can't take them out, and that ones that you have cans you can take out cost extra money. You're the boss. We do as you say. But looking, Quinia, you only ever listen to the leader. Shut up, all you do is gossip. Everyone begins to engage in joyous conversation as everyone lines up to take strands of rice and begins husking them in every corner of the base. Shortly after the water purifying cooking limits are ready, everyone puts the husk right into the water for it to be filtered and set to boil over the fire. Only an old man is left holding rice. He stands up weakly and attempts to address the crowd, but his feeble voice fails to garner anyone's attention. Mr. Cowley, what's wrong? Since being diagnosed with cancer, he has refused to eat. Can I hold on to this? Of course, it's meant for everyone to eat, not eat just save. He shouts for all his strength, but only intimate syllables come out of his lips. He was already malnourished before refusing to eat. Now he's more like a candle in the wind, as if he would go out any moment. Of course, these days the old man gave his food or food he couldn't get the over. That this was his only request. Liv has no reason to refuse. Could also be a gas camp, so that's a good point. He doesn't understand why, but seeing him struggle to speak, she refrains from asking any more questions. She just helps him sit beside his bed next to his wife. Thank you, young lady. My legs aren't what they used to be. I told him not to stand, but he's as stubborn as a mule. The elderly couple begins to together holding their rice, looking happy at the crowd gathered around the large pot. The image in their eyes, which were extinguished by despair and rain, ignited once more. People danced along among the steam, dispelling their depression over the past few days. Sobbing that echoed throughout the basement had stopped. Bedridden people slowly opened their eyes to catch a ray of light in their dim vision. In this dark world, everyone gathers together to watch the small portable stove and large cooking pot. They wafted the delicious smell of rice porridge. If hope were to manifest itself, this would surely be the embodiment of it. Liv noticed that the woman who's been guarding her husband stands up from beside her, joins her and looks for lonely into the flames of the gas stove. Miss Jim. Hi. She tries to squeeze out a polite smile, but fails. Lindsay just woke up. So one that tries some porridge told me to join the others, but right after that, she bites her lower lips and begins to chase the chicken form. Ah, that was a mistranslation of partner. Got it. Just like you said, Sue won't make it for the night. Her sobbing becomes louder and louder. People around her gradually quiet down as they're brought back to cold reality. Some people can't endure this moment, others can't endure the next. Some people say that hospital walls have heard more repentance and prayer than churches. But no matter how hard one prays in front of a life that is lost, the outcome won't change. Why does she want to sacrifice herself to protect me? I might as well join her. Liv approaches Jin and holds her trembling hands. She knows that even if she manages to comfort Jin, the situation will change for the crowd. Faced with parting life, words of comfort are far too shallow. Survivors laugh around the campfire, they can't forget the shadows behind them. Light and shadow go hand in hand. If someone dies, it means someone else will be saved. A person, especially a doctor, cannot calmly face the parting between life and death. It means that they will drown in their own regret one day. Liv knows they can't learn how to face the situation when freezing alone. Once upon a time, an otherwise outgoing professor said this with a rare sigh. Often amidst calmness and indifference to life and death, we all help persuade ourselves, but can't force others to maintain a positive outlook. Don't deprive others of the right to be sad nor discouraged in the grief, because persuasion is always more useful than force. Especially you, Liv. You know you can't learn how to remain emotionless when treating lives that cannot be saved. So that's why I'm telling you this. Hope you can allow yourself to be sad and use the accumulated regret as motivation to save those you can. This is also a kind of comfort to those who cannot be comforted. Persuasion is always more useful than force. But how can I? She looks up, Liv sees Chuck and his guitar, suggesting something to Liv. So we sing instead of crying? He nods, closes his eyes, and begins to strum his guitar. Shortly after, the other musicians follow his lead and join in. The crowd, those who have learned the song before, begin to sing along with the music. Life is like a round lake along. Life is like a round lake along the path we take. Running with the birds, playing in the dirt. I walk on and on, but where have you gone? Hearing everyone sing, Liv faintly smiles and joins them. I'll become the wind's gaze, countless nights and days, chasing your wake around the lake. Just stay a little longer, don't walk away so somber. That song. It's a nice song. Only the colonist was awake to hear it. Let's have Liv sing it again when the colonist wakes up. Okay. When the time comes, we can all sing together. I'll pass. I think the colonist would want to hear you sing. The music and hot porridge warm the hearts of the smart crowd as they join the chorus and clap along. They find solace in the laconic lyrics rather than rely on false hope. They use the song to unload their grievances and shed tears, leaving only faint echoes of their cries. See what I'd say. Playing music might not fix anything, but getting your feelings off your chest is better than holding them in. That song. Listening to that song, the old man's listening to the trumpet with his eyes brim with tears. What's wrong? He's fine. An old man like him, he's probably just thinking about the past. As people get older, some things become more clear regardless of the song or sack of rice. He shivers and lights a precious gold cigarette as her eyes sink into memories. During the golden age, livestock and farmland were run by machines. After the meltdown of the zero-point reactor, food sources were cut off. For such a long time, it was difficult for people to take up farming and raising livestock, but some people managed to do it. Not many people were able to, while also fighting corrupted. People talked about taking seeds back to find safe places to plant crops. But once turning corrupted, people desperate for food came to see all of our hard work. She raised her heart and gazed around the refugees sitting in the basement. Just like the great winter remained in her historical records, there was no stable yield of food for a long time. People could only take what they could get their hands on. Without livestock or produce, we resorted to eating birds and mice. People lived in scavenged areas where forests were corrupted. A few returned. So we began to breed something that could raise quickly and not ever say. Take out the half-remaining rolled cigarette and draw something up. She knew some light in her hand. She doesn't say what it was, but everyone understood what he meant. But there wasn't much left to feed these pesky insects, and so they couldn't raise enough to be made into protein blocks like the movies in the Golden Age. Normally people wouldn't have touched them, but worse came to worse, even those were taken. If this one checked the food was so much of everything, there wouldn't be anything left. So the rules were made and spread through word of mouth. Seeds must be left behind. Offspring and fish eggs are not to be eaten. Plant roots must remain in the soil. Pregnant animals and their food are not to be sure unless there's an emergency. Virus might not directly kill wildlife. Wildlife might not die from it. But clinics might would just being in the atmosphere, corrupting a lot of machinery and old power plants, it would definitely fuck up the environment. Once people began to abide by these rules, we noticed some improvement. Animals can be seen in the forest and seedlings sprout in areas that were harvested. It helped us get through our darkest time. The old folks who lived through that era still remember it. But the disaster didn't spare us. It only got worse every day. Sometimes people who break the rules when they can no longer take the hunger. Once the rules are broken, those who suffer have no choice but to do the same. That's when we meet Cheese. We didn't know his real name, but that was what he was eating when we saw him. Cheese was so red at the time, that's what we decided to call him. He takes a deep drag of a cigarette. Hash was on her fingers, but he doesn't see the mine. Just sighs into a cloud of smoke. Nothing I'm proud of. We thought he was well off seeing me cheese next to a field he lived by. The old geezer snuck in his field to see food for us to eat, but they didn't leave him any seeds. Cheese and his wife barely made it for the winter, but the baby in her belly didn't. The first time we heard this song was when he was kneeling in his empty field, holding his wife, who fainted from crying as he sang to her. We didn't have the heart to go up and confess what we had done. We sent them supplies, but they moved away shortly after. Since then, we've had the habit of leaving seeds for everything we eat. If no one cares about this rule, we can't break it ourselves. You know, the conservation areas of water weren't built, there's still some real room to raise crops and livestock there. But as we all seen, this stuff won't last many days if anything bad happens. It takes for heads and stuff's out of cigarette. Well, enough of me rambling about these tribes from the past. Horse fury now, let's dig in. Yeah! Refugees who have already become too preoccupied with thoughts of the long-awaited port to listen to their stories suddenly spring to life. Surprised by excitement, the concert's resting in the nearby room, nearby walkout. Let's start shaving, everyone. Sure. Everyone form a line, no need to push and shove. Got it. Everyone grabs his food and lines up, holding their tableware enthusiastically, paying extra attention that they receive their fair share. Jin holds the board carefully, so each concert's shoulders and lived in return to Lindsay's bed. Old Callie, having not eaten for 3 days, takes a bite out of his wife's porridge under her persuasion. Stanley, Shrek, Fantine, everyone except for the wounded who are still unconscious gets a bowl of warm porridge. The heat from the bowl in their hands warms the spirit as people sit down and enjoy this rare delicacy. Liv. The crowd is distracted by their meal. Lucia calls Liv aside in a low voice. Yeah? Come with me. Finally, violence! Finally, violence! Finally, violence! I'll keep going till we're past midnight. One more mission. Channel edit testing. Boo-hoo. The dark room, Vanessa is stirring her porridge in her cup with an extra coffee spoon. Arcos is lying on the bed next to her, still unconscious. What's wrong? She tries some eating porridge from a cup. Can you communicate in anything besides being a bitch? Even my antisocial ass is better than that. We unfortunately need her for keeping constructs from going crazy from the punching virus while I am unconscious on the goddamn bed. This doesn't change when I wake up. I'm going to make sure. This doesn't change the fact that when I wake up, I am going to I'm going to punch her in the face. I'm going to punch her off in the face for existing in the same space as Liv. That's really all the justification I need to punch her in the face for considering she's an abusive bitch to live in the past. I know it's not exactly my style, but I like to make the best of things when situations out of my control. I'm sure you've realized by now, Babylonia's cut off aid. What? Liv has obviously been too busy taking care of everyone to realize this fact. Since the last rescue operation failed, you ask about their next operation or change in tactics. They always give a vague response. They're also not providing regular contact. Whenever I contact them, they just give the same response. Lucia also got the same response too. Fuck. It's nothing too unusual. They just postpone support operations to this area for the time being. They've done this in the past, it's just the first time I've experienced it. Guess your indifference means you've all been mentally prepared for this? Looks like we're on our own for now. Yeah, I don't know if to expect to be rescued under these circumstances. I'd do the same if I were in charge. It's the only logical solution. I want to wipe that smug look off your face. I want to wipe your smug look off that smug look off your face. I want to wipe your that smug look off your face. Aside from that, there's also some good news and some bad news. Good news, though, is even if Babylonia has cut off support, they haven't blocked my access to GPS intel. Bad news is, based on the GPS intel, the undefined twins have entered 42. What are you guys gonna do? The location is dangerous, for numbers will suffer losses if we run into any hostile encounters. I want to disperse the 164 people gathered in several teams, which is more conducive to action. We've had several more refugees join us in the past days. We now have 172 people and a dog, but that doesn't include us in the Covenant. We're already at 172? Nobody will know if Lucia beheads her. Unfortunately, we need her alive. Unfortunately, we need her alive. Because without her, the only person that construct... Give me a moment, Fred just tried to kill me. Fred just tried to kill me with bile. Give me a second. Fuck off, shitty biology. Fuck off, shitty biology. Fuck off, shitty biology. Anyways, no. Lucia, as adorable as she is, cannot cut off the bitch's head. We need her alive. We need her alive. We need her fucking alive, okay? We need her alive. It's an unfortunate truth, but we need her alive. Without her, there's nobody the construct can mind link to not go crazy from the punishing virus, because I'm fucking unconscious. Decentralization is also definitely conductive of dealing with emergencies, but it'll take more time to retreat. We better get ready immediately. On the way, we also need to free Hollows. High punishing concentration, lack of food and energy, and header creature attacks. Protective gear can protect us against the virus. We don't have enough for everyone, but we can move them in waves. Second problem is difficult to solve. All we can do is move slowly. Third problem, we just have to defend it with everyone. Where can we move, everyone? Safe zone adjacent to City 43, 46, 44, and 45. We just came from 45, the concentration area is already full, so taking refugees from 44. And personnel from 46 were evacuated after CPF was damaged, so it's been vacant for some time. CPF is in repair, but it's quite a distance from here. Not to mention, the people living there aren't exactly accepting of outsiders. Now that's an understatement that in Italy do not dangerous and there are a group of armed scavengers that'll attack and rob outsiders. 44 is completely empty, but the CPF still hasn't been repaired. Header creatures have swarmed the perimeter, and they may converge to the red tide at any moment. Looks like there isn't any ideal location. Are you going to find a place where we'll live and work in peace? It's the next step to investigate whether the soil is suitable for agriculture. For agriculture? She gracefully eats a spoonful of reports and laughs sardonically. Dude, yes, we need her alive. I might hate you as much. I might hate her as much as you guys do. Unfortunately, we need her alive at least until I wake up. Once we're awake, Obaro leaves old guns and beat her to death for the butt of them for being an abusive bitch to live. Anyways, Cigarette tweets a spoonful of reports and laughs sardonically. Just find a refuge to hold out for time being. Wait for twins to leave 43, then return and repair the damaged buildings. The road will be used up no matter how big it is, as long as they keep treading towards the unknown. If Arcos was conscious right now, I'm sure she would resort to the same guerrilla tactics. You think you know, Arcos? This is that's down her spoon. Boone just laughs coldly. Let's temporarily divide the car into 3 groups for evacuation. Those can move freely will wear protective gear and follow the safe dual plan to bypass potential battle zones or red tide may converge and proceed to 44. 2 constables will act as guards. En route, refugees shall refrain from moving their gear. They will return once safe living conditions are confirmed in 44. Understood. We'll also summon the wounded to take supplies from 45. Last search area, I found a warehouse with a small filtering device. Conditions are poor, but people can survive there. Some simple protection. For the 3rd team, we'll take the Commandant, Vanessa, and Mamita, and the rest of the wounded at 46. For all how hostile they are to outsiders, they can't do much against constructs. That sure was quick. I expect nothing less from the chief. It's nice how the problems caused by the threat and significant materials and twins, but that doesn't cover everything, don't you know? Constructs need to protect refugees from header creatures while in transit. Some of the wounded will need to be transported out. Humans will need to protect the gear. If we don't have enough for each person, that means the group going into City 46 will be unprotected. Quick, there's one more thing. We can't avoid casualties along the way. Along the way. I hope you've seen your fair share of Hearts of a Gold Digger, even. Don't disrupt the team with the illusion of saving everyone. Can you shut the Vanessa, please stop making me fucking reconsider how much we need you. Why do you always try to say things in the most cold, bitchy way possible? What do you mean? Seems like you guys have been spending too much time trying to rescue people out there. You don't know how many people will actually be able to keep up. I'm sure Liv can enlighten you. Okay, so the Forsaken, we don't know how the fuck their shit works. We don't know how the fuck their shit works. They've been good at not showing that off. Kaloon inexplicably struggles in long-term contact with the virus, in long-term balance with the virus because they lack modern protections against it, including the whole covenant system. The ERU, I'm not sure how the fuck the ERU deals with the positive virus for the environment by just the fact that the cold makes it fuck off, so they don't need to worry about that. They don't need to really worry about that besides when it's in a host. And that's what the Force card is for, to blow those up. And, the Ascendants are the Ascendants. We can't use their shit. We can't take the wounded all at once. They also can't move quickly in the state they're in. And our vehicles don't have the capacity for everyone. Planning to leave people behind if we run out of time? Exactly! But only if time is of the essence. I don't want people's lives to be sacrificed in vain. But I don't want to risk the success of the mission. And I don't want this to be a point of contention between us. Grey Raven Squad scares the fucking hole through her head. Anything that you're not happy about? Or are you still expecting Arcos to regain consciousness and come up with some big-brained solution that won't require anyone to be sacrificed? If not, I'll be the active comment here. This is the only way we can save the most lives. I want to beat you to death with a crowbar. I want to beat you to death with a crowbar. I understand triage is a thing, but I still want to beat you to death with a crowbar. Worst comes to worst, who do you think is most likely to encounter danger? Me and Malmina, who's not for each of the same rank to run, the Commodus Commandant of yours. Forget it, after all, Puppet led by Arcos will just shout, I'll protect everyone, then rush in and die. Can you not fucking... Are you trying to wake me up with mockery so I'll just fucking get up and punch you in the face? Is that what you're trying to do? Because if it is, I don't think it's working, unfortunately. No matter how much I'd love to beat your face into a crowbar. No point in asking you. Let's plan our next step. I still think it's necessary to evacuate the injured to 45 and 46 first. You're right, if we have time to stick with perks, to help you actually leave first, they might be left here for good. Looks like you've become well acquainted with the inferiority of humans. This doesn't make them inferior. Everyone just wants to live, so we need to plan. Whatever you say. The twins haven't made the 43 yet, but... Check the large header creatures from the north. 130 clicks. What? Heading right for us. ETA, 8 hours. How many? Roughly over 100. Can we hold them off? No, Liv, if they're grouped up, there are more than 100. I saw something similar in 44. There's bound to be more beyond your detection range. If we're sacrificing people anyway. Wait, unfortunately... Yes, I probably have the mind to agree with you, sis. But unfortunately, the cold logical part of me that really likes playing Fire Emblem and Escape and Run and other games and other hardcore shit, understands the fact that we unfortunately still need Vanessa alive as long as I'm unconscious. Okay? We still need her for now. There may be 10 or even 100 times more of that. Find out where we're hiding, we won't be able to defend against such a large horde. Nessa sneers to herself against the pork and cup, which is going cold. Looks like we won't head out until morning, so we should evacuate immediately. Understood, but I hope we proceed according to plan. Evacuate the weed first, then the other conscious soldiers will escort those who can walk in an orderly manner, so that they can receive help from other stranded elite teams as soon as possible. Some of the wounded can leave on the transport vehicle. After all, your commandant only needs one sheet. But advise you to give up later. Strikehawk and Cerberus are in the same situation as us. There will be more survivors in the base of doctors, but the team will either transfer the influx of wounded. None of the wounded survived, this wouldn't be an issue. Wrong screen. Please don't say something like that. Jason, film or something. Fuck it, that works. That looks better. No, it's better not look at the chat. Now I look at the MOBS again. Please don't say something like that. As I said, they're going to sacrifice along the way. You can expect the header creatures to wait for you to take your time evacuating everyone, do you? Once you accept the dire consequence, they have no choice to accept the reality that they cannot change the status quo. They can always give you... We don't have to check the movement into her fucking body, for one thing, and two, I don't think I'd be able to tolerate waking up to her goddamn face in the morning and having to listen to her voice every time I open my cute mouth. No. Denied. How many vehicles are left? Including the vehicles covered with the past few days in destroyed conservation areas? We have 3 left. Hurry up and get your commandant into effective gear. Leaving the more Vanessa and the commandant are located to begin prepare for stations. They're met with an unexpected scene outside. People have already packed their scarce baggage and luggage. As Gravy exits the room, they refuse to look at them coldly. Where's everyone going? We're going to the Forsaken base. There's no way you can make it there on foot, so I'm going to borrow your rescue vehicles. Why are you leaving all of a sudden? Bad dwarf! I will bonk you! Oh, I'm so thick on that. Bad door. Bonk, bonk, horny, bonk. Why are you leaving all of a sudden? No, you won't tell us the truth. Seeing you all sneak around like that, you could venture the noise outside to eavesdrop on your conservation. What did you hear? Babylonia sending aid. I heard that construct say it. Points at least terminus are stating the obvious. We're just going into possible scenarios, however, so I don't think anyone had the nerve to eavesdrop on us. I don't care. We don't have the tech to do that. We do not have the tech to do that. We do not have the fucking tech to do that. No, denied. Doesn't matter. I knew it was only a matter of time. There were numerous instances in the neighbors' conservation areas. Since Babylonia has hung into dry and those damn twins are running on 41 again, we don't want to stay here and await death. I'm going to throw a Please do not make me get a hammer. Please do not make me get the anti-horny hammer. We don't want to stay here and await death. 3 vehicles are up and running, and we even got the protective gear, boss. Let's go. Please don't take the vehicles. We need to evacuate the critically wounded. What are we supposed to do? Not like we can make it there on foot. Won't you be better off to wound one when we're gone? You have more room and to be quieter. It seems like they don't know what the header creatures. The twins headed right for us. 3 vehicles can't hold 172 people. How are you going to deal with corrupting header creatures if you get attacked? Outnumber them? The crowd fell silent for a moment before whispering amongst each other. That's why we need to leave before they swarm us. Scoundrels like us have our own ways of operating, and leave the rest to us. Please don't. As anyone ensures as many people can survive as possible. Live hesitates for size best to inform everyone in the current situation of refusal. Refugees always believe they have the right to know what's happening. Kind like this requires everyone to work together to solve the problem. But what happened if they made a decision about knowing danger? Liv couldn't even bear the thought of it. Please listen. I just detected a horde of Hercules approaching the north. They'll be here in 8 hours. Also, the twins already left 41 and have made to 42. We need to evacuate the wounded immediately. If you take the vehicles, we won't be able to evacuate the wounded. Wounded on foot. The header creatures break through our defenses, they'll enter the basement and kill the wounded. Hearing this, the whole basement becomes speechless. The middle-aged leader looks around the face of the crowd in silence. He contemplates for a few seconds and turns to face Liv. Well, we'll take your word for it, considering you've taken care of us and the wounded for all this time. Saying this, he pauses for several more seconds after hearing no objections to continue his speech. Since you're willing to be honest, I'll make concessions. Oh, I shouted up now. I live by still voice to several references. Liv, don't really care not until so much longer to take them anyway. Don't want to die here. There's no way we're gonna come all the way there. Refugees there remained silent among the crowd's protests as lovers strong on their way in front of them. Boss, what's wrong? You're not wounded. You've been hungry for a few days and now you can't walk. He said those monsters will be here in 8 hours. How can we run past those monsters if they don't come? What about those wandering outside? We're armed and there's a lot of us. We can't ourselves as long as there aren't too many. He's right, Doctor. I want to take the youth people too exhausted to walk. Given the emergency, we could private wounds that can't walk or just go and drive away carelessly. If one falls along the way, we'll slow the rest of us down. We'll be seeing ducks if we get attacked. I understand. Are you at least willing to leave any vehicles? How about this? Raises his voice with the crowd's discussion. Take a small vehicle to carry everyone's luggage for enough for people the rest are needed. There were 2 rescue vehicles, which is more suitable for transporting the wounded. That way, we can guarantee our safety to a certain extent while not disregarding the lives of others. The crowd gradually falls silent, but concerns still remain. Those header creatures will be here in 8 hours. No way you cannot run them on foot. Even if we take off free vehicles, there's no space for everyone. Do you think you'll be one of the lucky ones to get a ride? What do we do, boss? Calm down and become the plan. Where are you planning on taking us and the wounded? Given the current situation, it would be best for the healthy rich refugees to go to City 44. There's still issues with CBS and the plus electricity's high, but there won't be any issues along the plan around if everyone wears protective gear. Once 43 is safe, you can come back. Seems reasonable. It's near a city with a direct road and minimal corruption wandering around there. Deliberately raises his voice as he's speaking to the crowd behind him. But if everyone wears protective gear, there won't be enough for the wounded. You can also wear a house at City 45 for a small filtration device. Not sure strong enough to guarantee safety, but anyone with normal level gear should be just fine there. Correct, that's why we won't take some of the wounded. Figured the rest of the wounded to the conservation area in 46, they should still have enough room to take us in. 46? Those crazy bastards are just dangerous corrupted, but you're right, there's not much they can do against constructs. Then settle. She slowly walks out of the room, as if she is now listening the whole time. The other refers Bambita, who now resembles an old doll. We don't have that tech on us, sis. We cannot. And you're not. And I'm not even sure if shoving me in her body will wake me up. We don't know what the issue is. For all I know, I could be in a coma. I could be in a coma getting into a heroic willpower battle with the fucking punishment virus. We don't know. She slowly walks out of the room and it's as if she had been listening the whole time. Together with her is Mamita, who now resembles an old doll. Wrong button. What? Sorry. We should hurry. Wait, we're not finished here. Going there on foot is going to take a while. As close to City 44 is, you might not even be able to cross both Free's border in 8 hours. Except that the doctor really wants us to leave here to save the wounded, but I'm not so sure about you. You're standing in as a temporary comment here, right? I don't know what their comment is from like, but I have an idea based on the others in Grey Raven. But you... A fucking course they are. A fucking course they are. He forces a sneer. People like you put human lives on one scale side to scaling your own personal interest on the other. We've only been stuck here together for a month, but I know your type. If you go back here with the wounded, who's to say you won't abandon them and guarantee your own safety? I'm just trying to save the most lives. Given our current situation, none of time and cheer to save everyone. Sacrifices will have to be made. What about that wounded deadweight? Human lives aren't equal. If you had to choose between a cracked jewel and some pebble in a muddy ditch, which would you choose? As expected from one of Babylonia's officers, you bastards just putting a price on our heads just like what they did during the Great Evacuation. Sensing a fight is about to break out between both sides, Liv wants to rush forward and say something, but to stop by Lee before she can do anything. Quiet down, Lawson. This Great Evacuation is in our hands now. The free cars outside our eyes. If you want to rescue vehicles, you have to listen to us. Try and take them by violence, once off my gun and they'll be gone. Are you sure you want that? Well then, what is it? Let our people in the wounded retreat first, and you and the government construct stay here to stop the incoming attack. In that case, 2 cars aren't enough for anyone. They'll take the wounded and then come back for us. We won't have made it far at this point. You want them to come back? That's right, I'm sure the doctor and team will escort the wounded and return safely. Once everyone is treated safely, you and the unconscious common and yours can leave. I can have the other constructs escort you and leave together. I don't trust you. You'll just call them off whenever you get the chance. So as we are with all the wounded, will be targeted before we even make it out of 43. Suppose me ordering to pick them up first when you hand over the vehicles? We'll have our eyes on you. You'll leave only when all the wounded have been evacuated first. Even if Grey Raven just listen to you, I can leave with my puppet anytime I want. But that'd be a death sentence going out there on foot, just the 2 of you. You don't want to give up the cracked jewel of yours, do you? Fine, I'll take up the rear. Quit wasting time and get out of here. Vanessa, are you sure about that? Get back here ASAP, otherwise it's going to be our funerals. One more thing, you, what's your name? She points to the contrary beside her and beckons. My name's Sandra, come on. Sandra, comment Vanessa. Sandra, go be one of their drivers. I'm sure there are going to be plenty of surprises along the way, given how many corrupting and header creatures are coming this way. Understood. Let's get going, Liv. Go time! I'll leave the evacuation plan up to you. You're more clear on the situation with the wounded. You got it. We'll evacuate the critically wounded, someone less severely wounded first. It's going to be difficult to take that many people all at once, given how big the stretchers are. Liv opens up her medical log, quickly examines the list of wounded. The log hasn't been updated recently, but the current situation is clearly printed in her mind. The 8 critically wounded, Nagayuki, Kanata, and Lindsay need to stay behind for the time being. The first 2 need Vanessa to maintain stable minds. Only these wounds can't withstand the crowded and bumpy vehicles, so this needs to be carried away separately on a stretcher with stabilized once all the other constructs have been gathered. Mind the Commandant use? Well, the Commandant doesn't need it now. As for Mr. Kalia, I don't know if he'll agree to go. The old man who wasn't eating after being diagnosed with cancer? Let me ask him. Eden doesn't agree to go, we need space for 4 more people. These people alone would take up 2 cars. At most, they could take the little girl with them. They can make a deal in the crowded vehicle if we get there fast enough. Let's make some supports between stretchers so we can put them close together while being cramped. Good idea. There's still only enough room for 4 stretchers. We can only fit a few more sitting down. I'll leave it to you, Dilly. He nods and makes his way to the warehouse. As for the second vehicle, summons the record on terminal, makes a new list. They don't need stretchers, but even then they need to be separated due to their wounds. Even if some people lie in your seats just on the legs of those who are injured, we can't squeeze them in. Not to mention our vehicles have been modified, so they can't be overloaded, right? Exactly. How many more people do we need to take? We still have 47 wounded. No, counting new arrivals the past few days, make that 62. But the second car, only 17. Well, 4 people in the first car, that means we can only take 21 people in a single trip. That's fine, there's still some hope if we can make another trip. But there are still several other critically injured and are competent and need to go on the next trip. That means there's no time for hesitation. We need to make the third. Well, yeah, let's call everyone. Okay. Sia walks to the basement after a short time, some wounded refugees without following her. Liv. Since Fanteen's name is on the first list, he steps out of the crowd and greets Liv with a smile. Thank you, Liv, but I want to give up my spot. She looks at the crowd and rubs her belly. It's too crowded for me, and I haven't decided if I want to bring my child into this school. I need some more time to think. After you leave the wound here, I need to take a look after her as well. My medical knowledge obviously doesn't compare to yours, but I can still help. Can you take the child I brought with me instead? The one is back still serious and it needs some room. Okay. Give me a second wrangling my hair. Oh, and Struck wants to speak with you. Clear your throat. Shoots Liv, pretending to be relaxed. Let me go with you. I'll sit on the roof so I don't take any space. Besides, if any of the wounds sit up there, they'll most likely fall down, right? Are you sure? It's dangerous up there. Don't worry, I'll hold on tight. You said you were going to evacuate to a warehouse in 4 or 5. Is there a doctor there to take care of them, or are you going to stay with them? No, that's what I've been worried about. So, someone's to be here to look after them, right? I'm no doctor, but I've learned a thing or two from out first aid recently. Why does Liv's face look weird? Because I've adjusted the dimensions on the screen, so it might be that. Recently? Got that right. A friend of mine realized how important it is. If you don't trust me, I can have the Forsaken send the doctor over. That way I continue on my way and live in serum. They can't possibly refuse, right? Okay, thank you. Good idea. We should also try to get support from autonomy. If only the Commandant was still conscious. Could use the Commandant to pull some strings. Having finished with something, the stretcher's leave peers up behind the three of them with frowning face. I know you're worried about Babylonian cut off communications. Who knows, maybe we'll end up joining the Forsaken. Look up at the dim sky, suddenly getting lost in memory. I understand why they made this decision, and I don't think it was out of greed or malice, but we're on our own now. I'm used to that by now. You guys talk things over. Want me to go get wounded? Feeling the gravity of the wound, she waves and quickly runs back to the basement. Oh, Liv, Callie said he's not going with the others. Really? I understand. Over 10 minutes, thanks to everyone's effort, the first group is already in position. People are crowded together, but not so cramped that the wounded are crushed. Everything's ready. Let's go. I'll leave up to head our creatures along the way. Liv, take care of the wounded. Lee, Sandra, the other construct, take care of driving. Lee nods and furrows his eyebrows anxiously. He stares at the engine, causing the siren on the rest of the vehicle alarm from the dashboard speakers to blare. Alert, vehicle overloaded. Please charge safely in accordance with the law. Oh, yeah. The anxiety in Lee's inner brow increases noticeably. He quickly uncovers the corner of the speaker, abruptly cuts the alarm circuit, silencing the noise. Let's get going. Let's get going. I'm going motor mouthing. Can't wait to kill those two.
I'll be your wings, Commandant. Your orders, please.
Kill them all, Lucia. Lucia, the one in hair creatures nearby coming over. Lee, vehicles are overloaded. Can't move fast to get rid of them. I'll try my best to clear out the enemies on the path. You go as fast as you can. For safety considerations, we will stop the vehicles for defense if we run the enemies on the way. Vehicles are directed, and most of them can't move. I understand, so we have to make it quick. These the vehicles? Enemies incoming. Protect the vehicles. Pleasure action detected. I see them. No, fuck off. Fuck off.
Is this all I have?
No, fuck off. You will not hurt these people. Shit, there's more of them. Get off the foot. Go, die. Dead. Die. No. No, get off the vehicles. Get off the fucking vehicles. Goddamn, this would be a lot easier if I was using my fucking property. Die. Fuck. Die. Shit. Fuck. Die. Go. Stop holding.
Is this all I have?
Fuck, come on. Go. Go. We eliminated all the enemies ahead, but there's still some behind us. Keep moving, I'll handle them.
Take this. Be my blade.
Oh shit, fucking shot. They're Sonic rolling. Fuck, that's not good. Ah shit, there's so many of them. Fuck. Die, 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 die.
Is this all I have?
How many ow, ow. They're cherry tapping me to death with their fucking Sonic spin dashes.
Be my blade.
It's over. Are you guys alright over there? Just some minor injuries. I'll handle it. Okay, moving towards you.
If only this were the
Oof,
last time,
that's oh fuck, I hate escort missions. I hate escort missions. City 45 West Warehouse of 3:41 a.m. Leaving the conservation area in 43, cross past several collapsed roads and buildings attacked by the corrupt and heterogeneous creatures until finally arriving at the destination, City 45, 5.5 hours later. Well, autonomy situation is looking good right now either, but at least they promised to send a doctor even after taking some refugees. The situation takes turn for worse. Thanks for letting me use your terminal. Direct terminates the call and hands the terminal back to Lee. You said you were going to call the Forsaken to send someone over. You obviously didn't have a way of reaching them. I did it just now, didn't I? He points to Lee's terminal matter as stating the obvious. People need to rely on each other to survive in this world, so we can't just think about what we have at a time like this, even more so. Just Lee, who gives him a dull look. Want any more platitudes? I've got 100 of them. Just be more prepared next time before making promises. Considering how many accidents we've had recently, what would you have done if you couldn't reach them? Nonsense. I trust you guys. Finally, doesn't matter whose terminal he uses as long as everything works out. How are things with you, Liv? Checked everyone's vitals and we bandaged everyone's wounds that opened up from all the bumps along the way. Sorry for writing in your book, Shrek. She returns to book guide comes still back to Shrek, now full of medical notes. It's okay, books are used for coding information. I've got what I need from it anyway. Also, Akan, I know I promised to make an identical rabbit doll for you, but it's okay, Miss Liv, I understand. I only had time to make a small one for you on the way here. For return to 43's conservation area. I'll make another one for you, okay? Really? Thanks! Alright, let's go back and get the other wounded. You're not going to tell us how you're doing? Oh, you mean my leg? I can manage it. What's with all the vital fluid? I already bandaged it. I'm good to go. If you can't take it anymore, let me know. I'll carry you. Yay. Yay. Okay. Thank you, Lucia. Oh, when is the Forsaken Doctor going to be here? Day or so. We're not exactly close. If that's the case, I'll have to care for them until then. I need to go back and escort the rest of them. Okay, I'll take it from here. You should get going. Okay, no one died. Next, the Great Evacuation. Then the stayed behind. Oh, I cleared it. That's why it's like that. Okay. Okay, so this is going to be a long chapter. I'd love to continue. However, unfortunately, chat, it is past midnight. It is past fucking midnight. It is 18 past midnight. I have been streaming for 3 hours, and I want to stream more Skip and Run tomorrow, today, whatever. Time zones, I hate them. So, yeah, this is gonna be it for tonight. Next week, will probably be your picking up where we left off, or. Wait, you guys can't see my hands. I shouldn't do fancy hand signs. You can't see my hands. DM that to me. I'm not gonna be. Anyway, so yeah. Wait, tomorrow's gonna be more Skip and Run. Now that we have successfully blighted the area and kept the parasites from eating my adorable face. We're going to go back to resource gathering in order to get the materials we need to get into fucking space. Just get into space. Go to space. Space good. and to construct the weapon I want to carry into the end game of the mod, because well, to explore all our exploration and all that going around is going to be building up more parasite bullshit, and I still have trouble fighting off adapteds. They're still so fucking tanky, even with the equipment I'm carrying around. And I know the meteorite blade, of course, the space sword. I have all the meteorite stuff I need to make it. I just need to get enough lapis lazuli to turn into cobalt in order to make all the ingots. In order to alloy to make the ingots for the anvil, I need to make it, because I guess I need to make a fucking with a meteorite anvil, and for the blade itself, which is also going to be expensive. If I can upgrade the sword enough, I'm pretty sure it's going to be able to one-tap basically everything. Assuming the parasites don't adapt to it, but that just means we need to focus on killing the spatches when we're out and about. Anyways, let me pull up in Twitch. Give me a second. I have no idea what the link is. That's why I told the dwarf to DM. It's a video. That's why I told the dwarf to DM it to me. Anyways, give me a moment. I'm opening up Twitch. Let's see. Good video. Good video. I see. Yeah, I am. How do I put this? I'm not feeling ballsy enough to raid Iron Mouse tonight. So have a good night, everyone. I'll see you all on Discord in a couple of moments or so, once I'm finished my dailies over here. Have a good night, folks. See you tomorrow. See you soon.